Come on, I don't see y'all moving. Come on, do it again. Say something on the inside and it's working on the outside. What a change, what a change. Something moving on the inside and it's working on the outside. What a change, what a change, what a change. Let's do this next line. I've been changed and I've been newborn since my life has been rearranged. What a difference. What a difference. I've been changed. Now listen, Mother Evers will sing another verse. It says, Jesus on the inside. Jesus on the inside and it's working on the outside. And what a change. What a change. Come on, where's she at? Come on, sing. Jesus on the inside. Say it again, sing it. Jesus on the inside and it's working on the outside. Come on, keep on clapping, keep on clapping. Come on. What a change, what a change. Sing Jesus on the inside. Jesus on the inside. Pleasant happy Saturday to you. 1:42 in the PM on this 19th day of April 2025. It is Glory 93.9 FM. Thanks so much for listening. Sounds in the background is that of Dance Roll in the Church of God Incorporated Massive Choir with Whoa, What a Change. Oh, what a change. Keep it locked right here. That Good Morning Tea is coming your way in a few minutes. However long that is. A couple of few minutes. So keep it locked right where you got it. Go ahead for those who are on social media, on Facebook and YouTube. Please go ahead and share the link. For those who are listening via radio, you can join us via Facebook and YouTube as well. Be sure to share the link. Let someone know that your favorite show is coming on in a few minutes. Keep it locked. Pray got it. Glory 93.9 FM. Since you came in my life, I've been changed. I don't walk the same. I don't talk the same. I've been changed. Come on, move with us, huh? I don't walk the same. I don't talk the same. Everybody, come on, get up. I've been changed. Is there anybody that's been changing? I've been newborn since he made the difference in my life. I've been changed. I don't walk the same way. I don't talk the same way. Come on, let's go up. Look at me now. I'm brand new. I've been changed as I am. Say, I've been changed. Same way. I don't talk the same way. I don't live the same way. Come on, one more time, say, say, I've been changed. I've been new. I've been changed. I've been changed. Yes, I have. Oh, yes, I have. I've been changed. What I did. Something moving on the inside and it's working on the outside. I'm gonna put those hands in. Hey everybody, welcome back to those who are just joining us. Welcome back. Glory 93.9 FM, your favorite gospel station, with your favorite two hosts. About to get started here on DGMT. That one there. Who we got here? No one call me. Y'all call me. Y'all don't say good morning. Y'all don't say good afternoon. Y'all say hi. Say hi to us.
Hey.
That's Vera, guys.
I'm ready. Going through the receipts that we've been exchanging over the last week, figuring out what we gonna share with y'all today.
Yeah, what's rubbish we
First of all, that segment needs to happen, Delton. What I just mentioned really needs to happen. So y'all come on in the room, share it. We going up high and we going up quick.
Turn the cameras on
together on this Holy Saturday afternoon.
Oh, it is Holy Saturday, isn't it? Is that a thing? Holy Saturday?
Every day in Holy Week is holy unless
it
it's
is
got
actually
another name.
like Monday.
But apparently, I read somewhere that Wednesday is Spy Wednesday.
Spy? Like SPY?
SPY.
Why? That's what it is? You spy? Hold on, they say that's when Judas decided on Wednesday?
The day before Thursday when he was arrested.
Okay.
I guess he decided when they put the curtains in his hand. When he took that money from him, that's when the deal was done.
But I think he spied before that.
I mean, he didn't have to spy. He was a disciple. He was always there.
But I mean, the spy an opportunity for when he's actually going to make the move.
For telling it, but I feel like, anyway, y'all come on in, because apparently we're about to have deep theological, biblical, historical conversations. And that's what we're here for.
I think
DGMT.
what we have discovered over the years is that definitely did not on a Friday.
Oh, I mean, that's like saying there's 12 months in a year, Delton. Nothing is real anymore. Not even when people go to space. Nothing is real.
Not even the space jump.
More.
Not even space jumping. With your favorite people. It's your favorite celebrities.
Good afternoon, good morning to Denisha, to Adisha, who are in the chat early. And Adisha says, "Sure, this hair, darling. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, sweet pea.
Definitely.
I appreciate it."
I mean, something's afoot.
He's about to. Something is afoot. Y'all don't blink too fast.
Where do you see the hair?
Saying.
Something
is afoot. If you blink, you will miss it. And if you don't get an invitation, don't take it personally.
Just like wait for the pictures. Wait for the pictures and the videos.
I'll do a drop.
Just one quick reel.
Me and him will do like a DGMT special. We'll do like a reveal. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna reveal to the world that I'm engaged on DGMT and give a DGMT exclusive.
Just talking.
Oh my gosh!
You're talking and start touching your hair. Saying, I wonder what's this on my finger? Like, what's this thing on my finger, guys? Did y'all notice? like, huh?
That's it. It's done. The deal is
so
sealed.
We get a reveal me, yeah?
Yeah, Delton, how did we get...
I can't wait for it.
Speaking of the reveal, we now need to play the video of the gentleman and the woman. We did the deal. Apparently, because that was 2 years ago. It's not new, but we never talked about it. It didn't come across my timeline. He posted it again on its 2-year anniversary. Julianne says she's taking it personally. Eat. Julianne, duly noted. We need to get these numbers up. A couple people before we sing our theme tune. And theme tune. Delton said I say that word wrong.
What?
Tune.
To
be honest, I grew up saying tune. So
tune.
Big tune.
I mean, of course, y'all British Jamaican selves, definitely. Y'all bad job. No,
speaking of British Jamaican, there's always a speaking of with me. There is always a speaking of. Good morning this afternoon. Marisha says, good morning this afternoon to you too. Morning. And Julianne greets all the saints here gathered. It's time. Let's go.
We starting it?
We've got that.
We got that what? Like good morning tea.
Come on.
With DJ brother.
Brother Delton and V.
Brother Delton and V. Vera.
We're doing other faces you see. Impactful, insightful, delightful by far.
I know why impactful always throws me for a loop.
Because impactful, insightful, delightful by far. Delton's signature love and Vera's kiki ha ha. Boom.
Good morning to the D. Good morning. Good morning to the D. Good morning to the D. Good morning. Sip that tea. Good morning. Sip that tea.
Take it out.
And
we started with the popular.
We
started with the popular and shift the topic to the strange. You better come in fast because the topic's gonna stray. Faithful are the followers and sipping on the tea, from wars to means to governmental policies.
Sip that tea. Good morning. Sip that tea. Good morning. Sip that tea. Good morning. In
pop specialty when they're closing on the final fact. And then my Vera voice.
My show just got hijacked.
Hey, understand your popularity. Even prophets and bishops gotta have that morning. We did it.
All right.
Play, run the track, run the
rhythm. Vera Aqua, all the faces you see. Impactful, insightful, delightful by far. Delton's signature laugh and Vera's kiki ha ha.
Good morning.
Sip that tea.
Good morning.
Sip that tea.
Good morning.
Yeah, sip that tea.
Good morning.
Oh, sip that
We
tea.
start off with the popular and shift the topic to the
Get it?
strange. You better come in fast, cause the topic's gonna
Let's
strange.
go.
Faithful are the followers that sipping on the tea. From wars to means to governmental policy.
Good morning.
Oh, yeah, sip that tea.
Good morning.
Oh, sip that tea.
Good morning.
Yeah, sip that tea.
Good morning.
Oh, sip that
And
tea.
pops past the D when they're closing on the final fact. And in my Vera voice,
My show just got hijacked.
Understand your popularity. Even prophets and bishops gotta have that morning
Good
tea.
morning. Sip that tea. Good morning. Sip that tea. Good morning. Sip that tea. Good morning. Sip that tea.
Yeah, okay, all right.
First of all,
Let's talk to the audience.
when the people expose that they don't ever be here for the start of the show, because she said, what's really going
actually,
on?
actually,
What's been going on at the beginning of the show for the last 2 years? Because, you know,
As I was trying to get this.
we are opening the show with the theme song.
As we should.
Does your other favorite radio show have a theme song that it starts with that everybody sings along with? No.
And harmonizes?
Actually, I take that back. Some other shows do have a nice little theme song
Yeah,
at the
they do.
beginning.
Yeah. But video.
Yeah. But live performances, though.
There you go. It's live performance. It's a live performance with song effects.
Come on.
And the studio audience.
Come on. And haters, apparently.
And haters, the ones be great. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, somewhere. Good morning, one. Good morning, all.
Good morning, Greg. Good morning, Small.
Good morning, short. Good morning, tall.
Good morning to all of you.
All of y'all.
I decided to wear my DGMT t-shirt today.
Yeah.
To pay
I have
homage to this great show.
We can talk to that person we talked about before. See if they get make sure. Back.
Yeah, we got to sort that out at this
Yeah.
point in time.
Let me get myself together so I can sort of match your height at least. Something, fix the thing on the cameras. All right, so for those joining us on radio for the first time.
I just want to take the frame off so people can see my shirt.
Oh,
What is this? Oh, it's the laptop.
that's your laptop.
Okay, very good.
Like if your hair though, it's not the hairs, the long hairs in the way.
Good morning, one. Good morning, all. Good morning, big. Good morning, small. Good morning, short. Good morning, tall.
Good morning. Next way. Oh, y'all.
There you go.
I don't have a shirt.
Okay.
Yeah, it must be the hair because you came out swaying at me.
No, ma'am. No, you started it. You started it. You
But
started
you
it.
tried to finish it. All right, so we here at DGMT. That Good Morning Tea is the name of the show.
Those of you who are
Sponsored
joining
by
us for the first time, people
Hot.
like Picasso knows.
Just for the first
Never
time
been
in the morning.
here. Never been before.
Sponsored by Hot and Cold Beverages
All
today,
from all around the world.
from all around the world. Just a fun show. You could learn something. You might not. Definitely will laugh. Definitely will do that.
You're gonna try it.
Yeah. We are not theologians in any way, shape, no. In some ways,
No.
some shapes. There's
No,
some
we love
forms.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And that's the best we got for you.
But we ain't studying. Did we go to Bible college? No. But we do have somebody online who did go to Bible college just in case we need help. Need assistance.
if you did, just send a side message. We probably need to put you on
we
our.
got Risha, yes, Risha.
That's
definitely
true.
a theologian
put
and
you
Bible
on our,
scholar. We talking about the firmament today, Risha.
When y'all start talking about the firmament, I just want you to know I'm out.
We talking about the firmament.
When y'all go that way, just let me know because I'm out.
But before we do that, let's get our announcements out the way. For those who celebrate a birthday this week and coming up soon or about to celebrate a birthday.
Indeed.
From all of us here at DGMT, we said happy birthday. Shout out to you. I think we did read it last week, I think. She celebrated on the 17th. A sub-in for the show with Pastor Denzel, Pastor Keno Smith from Advanced Temple. He celebrated on the 17th as well. According to my computer, Cooper Steris also celebrated on the 17th.
Cooper
Steris Cathedral celebrated 38 years. They started on April 17th, 1987.
Nice.
Definitely not true.
I was going to say, why do I feel like I didn't get an invitation to any kind of celebration? That doesn't seem consistent. with
Celebrating
what I-
today's good friend of mine, my cousin-in-law, Emil Johnson, celebrating today. AJ, that's AJ from KDC.
Oh,
That was nephew celebrating today. Who else I got?
so while you go and figure out who else you got, I've got two very, very dear friends celebrating this week. One in the name, you've met them both. Jumoke celebrates
I know
this week
Jumoke.
on the 22nd of April. And another good friend of mine, one who celebrates, I believe, on the 24th of April.
24th. Do you think?
Let me check.
I know.
Let me double check that. But they both celebrate this week.
A dedicated DGMT, two dedicated DGMTs celebrating tomorrow's. That would be one Franklin Donaldson.
Oh.
Secondly, one Samantha L. Williams. I don't care if she misses the live on Saturday. She's gonna watch it.
She's gonna watch it, and she's gonna hear us shouting her out.
Show, she's gonna watch the show. So happy birthday to Sam and Frankie celebrating tomorrow.
Wonderful. Also, in addition as well, we have one Jaconda Grant also celebrating this week on the 24th.
On the 24th. Who else? Oh, Maureen Forbes celebrates also on tomorrow.
Wonderful. I didn't realize April was so jam-packed full of birthdays.
April got a good little crew,
A good little crew.
And then Bell celebrating later on in the week. Happy early
birthday to you. Y'all have a good one here.
Celebrating next weekend was Toya and Karen celebrating on next week Sunday and stuff like that. I know a whole heap of birthdays in May, so we can get to them when May come around. But happy birthday to you.
Say when May come around. May knocking on the door right now.
Very close.
Can you hear her?
Yeah, definitely close.
It's insane. Like the whole March-April contrast is blowing my mind.
Usually it's February, March, because February takes February. Oh no, January to February. This year, March is just like...
January doesn't even take a long time anymore. It used to be a thing. January is like, nah.
March is
I'm going to switch up.
I'm going to make up for January.
I'm standing in.
But April's like, I gotta get up out of here. April's like, I gotta get up out of here. So y'all hurry up, Jesus down. Let him raise up, because I gotta go.
But then usually, we're not dealing with it. April doesn't usually have to deal with this.
Like probably why you're in a rush. You say, I don't like it.
Yeah.
April said, I don't like it. I don't like this.
It's just a little uncomfortable, out of my comfort zone.
I gotta go. So happy Easter. I was hearing a lot of comments and watching a lot of threads going by whether Christians should say happy Easter or not. It was a whole thing.
I mean, I tried to avoid it. I tried to avoid calling it Easter.
What do you say?
I just resurrection season, Holy Week, resurrection season, resurrection Sunday. It's okay. But force of habit. Sometimes you say Easter.
Yeah.
I was going to say who dies? Jesus, but he gets fuck up. So yeah, I'm not too fussed. I feel like we get it. We know what the significance is. We know why we celebrate it. We're not putting him back on the cross because we say Easter. We get that this season is about the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I watched a theologian. He like broke down the whole idea of the Easter thing and where it came from and where the egg thing came from. Probably like during the Passover time. I think like they used to eat boiled eggs, and so they would like hard boil them to eat them after the Passover, and that's where the egg thing. I was like, this is this. So one thing about truth, all depends on what you want to know and what you want to believe. You can find something to justify it, something to say this is the way it is.
It's a boiling.
And this is the way you should believe, because they're saying the Easter egg is in something to some Roman goddess. And who goddess of fertility? That's where the egg thing came from.
Oh, but then somebody else is saying it's part of the Passover.
It's part of the Passover thing that was tradition, and it was like, Happy Holy Week.
Happy Holy Week.
Early Sunday morning.
That's the only thing.
That's the only thing that matters. Early
need to know.
Sunday morning.
Where is Jesus' body?
Where it is? Ain't here. ... Why are you looking for the living amongst the dead?
It's not here. Too early, Delton. We're still solemnly. We in mourning. I was gonna come with a scarf over my head today. I forgot.
So why?
Like the women.
Like we knew.
Would go to the tomb.
Well, we know that in the story.
Jesus.
I remember one trip, because usually around this time would be the Cat Island District Convention for the Highway Church of God. And one year I know our old church, we went down there on Good Friday. We were like outside and we was like playing, doing something. Oh, they had a fit.
Because you were playing?
Jesus, you're dying and you're having fun.
I am a bit conflicted by that whole, we have to feign mourning and sorrow.
I was like,
when we already know, he's going to get up.
No,
like, yeah. So I like, the older I get, and this isn't, the older I get, the less I'm. But I don't want my children to lose that. I want my children to feel like on Good Friday, the house needs to be quiet. We're not playing today.
At all?
But no, we're listening.
No, we're going to play though. But we can play after 12.
You see, that don't even make sense.
They say he died in the morning.
So I quite like it that if in my home, as much as I feel enlightened and I don't really get the whole, we don't eat meat, we're not too much of kiki, not too much fun and laughter. I was like, but that's not how the story ends. 3 days later, he rose again. Like, what? Why are we pretending we don't know how this ends?
It was someone from our church. I can't remember who it was. Who had like a piece of steak on the plate. It's like, what are you doing?
First of all, they put it on their WhatsApp status. Yeah, I showed it to you.
I remember who was it?
Somebody put their Easter plate.
And it was like steak.
I don't call it name.
You should call it name.
I should, because they put it on their WhatsApp status. Tangelique Scavala.
That's who it is.
She put that on her. I was like, now, I don't have anything against it, but
Tangelique from Gallon, you show better.
This is a tad bit insensitive.
You from Gallon, you know, Good Friday.
Yeah.
You should not touch
and that steak was
no unclean thing.
Moist.
Yeah, it was.
That was moist.
You should touch no unclean thing.
So yeah,
fish out of bun.
I'm not down for the whole let's all be quiet and solemn and sad. But I do feel like I like the tradition of it. I like that we preserve a time for remembrance as opposed to mourning. Maybe that's the wrong word.
I think
that we reserve it for remembering the sadness, the pain, the suffering, the journey. But I'm not gonna do that not like without having in my head at the same time that you gotta.
Yeah,
so I'm not wearing black.
I think for us at especially our church, we are like one of the few churches I know that don't have a service on Good Friday. So I think we have to make sure it's implemented somehow. That mindset.
That's why we have That's why we have the garden experience.
Yeah, but having church on a Friday puts you in that sort of place.
Very true.
Very true. You know, you're the church and you usually wear dark colors.
Yeah.
Ain't no time for no fun.
That's a good point.
Possibility on Friday holiday. Just road. Just beaches. You can go to the beach. You can do none of that until after 12.
Sanford Roll Jr. is here and he says, Happy Holy Week, people of God. Happy Holy Week to you, man of God. Adisha says, listen, Jesus died and she's to work. Listen to me.
Not even a
in the States, people are in school on Good Friday.
Yeah, first of all, it's not holiday in the States at all.
That blows. I didn't realize this until like last year.
It is in the UK, right?
Yes.
So UK's Good Friday's off.
What do you mean?
I forget. We got it for y'all anyway. we would have.
We took the gospel to the world. Yeah. Now we did it under the pretense of slavery. But
hey, it doesn't matter. I mean, how God here, you look past that. Thank you for bringing the cross to us.
So definitely it's a holiday in the UK, but schools are closed. It's like you have an Easter break. You have 2 weeks off for Easter, just like here. Yeah. Anyway, so
that 2 weeks off thing is still new for me though. That wasn't a thing for us.
Oh, I'm hearing this.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks
Good
off was
Friday,
always, I'm pretty sure
Easter Monday, you back to school.
And then I'm pretty sure private schools always had the Easter break because that was a British thing. And most of these private schools, a lot of them come from that. Yeah. So,
says I learned from a coworker that on Easter Sunday, lamb and ham are what they eat for dinner, which I get the lamb, but the ham. I've never heard the ham thing. I know of lamb.
I mean, the Jews don't even eat pork.
Who brought that ham? I don't know who brought the ham, but I definitely heard that. I know Easter Sunday. Yes,
I just feel like lamb. Easter Sunday is just food.
No, they eat lamb. You eat fish on Friday,
and you eat lamb on Sunday.
Lamb because that lamb is slain now. So now you get
Africans. We don't. We probably should eat the lamb on Friday when he's slain.
When he was slain. No, you get it. Make sure to let the meat get together first.
Now y'all ain't making no sense. If we're gonna eat the lamb that was slain, we should eat it on Friday when he was slain. Y'all cut that up and cook it when he was slain.
You gotta cure that.
And then on Sunday when we having big lie, eat what you want.
I've big throw down.
Just eat what you like.
Eat the lamb on Sunday. After that, then cure. Let us.
It was for freedom. You know that song? Christ has set us free. No longer to be subject to the yoke of slavery.
That's a verse?
Yeah. No, this verse. Now we're rejoicing in God's victory. Our hearts. These words are coming to me as I say them because I've not heard this song in so long. The point I was trying to make it was for freedom. And then on Sunday, you're restricting your meal plan. It was for freedom.
You restrict meal plan, but you don't restrict your clothes. Clothes, you bring all the clothes out.
All the clothes.
You bring all the clothes, all the bright colors.
Church prom.
Yeah, church prom.
That's the uniform for Sunday.
But,
church prom.
Prior to that.
I must say, so over this Easter break, I have begun a new Netflix series because that's the only time I can watch TV during my holidays. And even that, sometimes I'm living life on the edge. There's something else I could be and should be doing. But I've decided to watch Netflix. I've decided to indulge myself in this basic amenity that most people in the world enjoy. And I started watching The Chosen. I cannot understand why it's taken me so long to start it.
It's on the long night?
It's on season 4.
Oh, it's a season thing?
Yeah.
I thought it was a movie.
It's a show. It's not a movie.
Oh, I thought it was a movie.
It's not a movie. It's so brilliant. Oh, it's excellent. It's so, so, so good. And when I posted on my status, I was like, why didn't no one tell me about this? My niece was like, I did. I was like, oh, I believe you did. Because I remember watching one episode one time and I just didn't jump in. Like I got a bit sleepy.
I heard someone else say the first episode doesn't really.
But I think it's just when you're watching it. I think if you're watching it with the right frame of mind, it'll get you. It is so,
how many shows?
10 out of 10. The acting, the writing. The people who wrote it are safe.
How many shows?
I think it's 8 episodes per season.
Episodes?
And every episode's maybe like 30 to 40 minutes. The first episode's 54 minutes, which is probably why it's hard to get through. Huh?
Was this on TV?
I think so. Because everybody... Anyway, it's so good. It's about the disciples and Jesus. So season 1 and 2 is you get to meet the core group of disciples and see their lives before Jesus comes.
Okay.
Before Jesus comes on the scene, and then Jesus comes on the scene and he calls them from their lives, and you kind of see everybody's experience with him. But it's interesting for me, the first season, because you realize he called his disciples over a period of time. It wasn't like, hey, all 12 of you, let's go. Like there were individual encounters, and then over a course of, we don't know, biblically, it could be months, it could be days, it could be weeks. He gathered the 12. Because right now in season 2, I think he has 10. By the end of season 2, episode 1, he's now on 11. The final disciple to join, guess who it is?
Judas?
Yeah, he's not. Judas isn't part of the crew yet. So that Jesus' ministry is beginning, and the writing is brilliant. Bringing to life the scriptures in that way is... it's basically what we are trying to do with our Christmas project. Right. It's that, but dramatically. And I think it's so well written. Like there are little nuances and subtleties, and you're like, so I'm gonna give you a scene, right? So the scene where no, but it's like one of those things that if you're like a newer Christian, you may not notice. So, for example, Jesus has Nicodemus, the high priest, sneaks at night to go and meet Jesus. Right? How can I be saved? And there's that scene where they've like found a room, and him and Jesus are having like a really intimate conversation. And Jesus only took 2 or 3 disciples with him. And among the disciples, there are 2 disciples that are always writing things down. Matthew and John. Matthew, the tax collector, is like obsessed with numbers. He's clearly autistic. And he doesn't get along with any of them because they will hate him for being a tax collector, which we don't think about. So Matthew's always like, what did Jesus heal you from? How long did it take? And they were like, leave the people alone. And then John's just so fascinated, and he's always writing everything down.
The beloved.
And when Jesus is talking to Nicodemus, he says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And in my head, I was like, only John writes about that, which means only John was there when Jesus said, I was like, oh my God, this is so good. This is so good. And it's the subtleties, and it's the little moments.
Only one person was there while he's trying.
Only one of the disciples had to have been, like, the reason no one else writes about this is because they wrote about what they saw. So Matthew was obsessed with the details, the numbers, the logistics.
All the stats.
And so the stats. And so that's what he records.
He want the stats.
Miracle after miracle, number after number.
Genealogy.
And then Mary says a line. Mary's like, I think John says to Mary that he would love me. And then Mary says, he loves all of us. You're just the only one who keeps on going on about it. Because John always writes.
Always the beloved.
The one that Jesus loves.
Always the beloved.
This show is so good. So I'm on season 2, and it has been the perfect Easter watch. For me, it definitely got me in the Easter frame of mind. I think work and school and life I didn't get to do my Easter reflection like I usually do. The solemn, don't call me, don't touch me, leave me alone.
Let me cry.
5 hours of devotion, let me weep and wail. I didn't get that.
Passionate grace.
But like rocking with Chosen over the Easter break so far has just been a real treat. So if anyone's looking for something good to watch, Chosen, babes and dudes.
Okay, because there now, Julian says, no, you can't eat the flesh as his body was being butchered, Vera. That means you're taking part in the puncturing lamb. So you can let it sit down for a while. Terrell comes with a song.
But then after he's the Lamb of God, I'm now eating him. I don't know how I feel about eating him on Sunday.
Now behold the ham. What
Terrell, your head ain't no good. Now behold the ham. So y'all don't eat chicken and stuff, just lamb.
I mean, available.
Yeah. Africans, we like to bend the rules a bit.
That loud thing, I heard about that in the last like maybe 5 years.
Now, mind you, my mum is not a big occasion cooker. So like Christmas, Easter, we would always go somewhere else. 9 times out of 10, we're going either to my sister or to my mum's bestie, who was Jamaican. Fish on Friday.
Yeah.
Lamb on Sunday.
Also, I
know about it. In our house, it was just like, what's there to eat?
What's there? We get corned beef brisket. Let's make the corned beef brisket. We get chicken. Let's do the chicken. We got wings. Let's barbecue the wings.
Sin says, good morning, afternoon. Good morning, afternoon. Too. Adisha says, Chosen. She absolutely loves it. Yes, Matthew had to be autistic. The way they've characterized the different disciples as just very human people with different characteristics, and bring all 12 together. It's going to be fights. There's going to be jealousy. Everyone's struggling to be the guy in charge. Everyone wants to know who Jesus' favorite is. It's like,
we all know Spanish John. According to John, mine definitely was me.
Yeah, it's so good.
She said Peter definitely was my favorite character.
Peter's annoying. Like, back up, bruh. He's annoying to me. But he's annoying to me.
When you think about what Peter's done, like, you would be annoying.
Peter's annoying.
You can understand why he's annoying.
Yeah, Peter was annoying. Peter's that, like, my thing was, Peter, for all Jesus forgave you of, you cannot let Matthew be. He will not he bullies Matthew. And Matthew, with his little autistic self, doesn't really know what to do.
Sounds all right.
Oh,
Peter's not violent, but
I'm on the verge of tears every episode. I'm a bit emotional like that, though, when it comes to films, not real life.
Terrell says, Vera out here watching proper Easter material. Meanwhile, I plan to go watch Sinners.
I've been seeing the advertise. What is this? I don't know what it's about.
I don't know what it's about either. It looks like a kind of thriller, kind of action thriller. Am I right?
Going when Jesus is lying in the tomb, the movie?
Fighting for you in hell, trying to get the keys from Satan. Taking the keys from Satan, you can go watch Sinners, Terrell.
What more?
What would he do? That don't even make sense. That don't even sound right.
He has laid the foundation and open up the way. Wow.
Come on.
Going to watch Sinners.
He planned it now. Premeditated.
And he's already got
to go watch Sin. To go watch Sin.
I mean, what's the storyline? What's the genre? Give it. Because I saw the what's his name is in it? Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
So that's how it's a vampire movie. No. It's a black people vampire movie.
Yeah, I think it's black people.
Oh gosh. You see, that's how
it's called a horror adventure.
See, that's how they're trying to spin y'all. That's how they're trying to swing y'all. They're trying to sell you the devil's things, but they put certain faces on it and you don't realize.
And they put it there.
So I leave that alone.
During this time, this is when they want to bring it out.
That's an affront.
It's an American period action horror film.
Period action horror.
Mm-hmm.
It's too much.
And I look at one of the pictures here and it definitely looks. Definitely giving Sinners. I like it.
I don't like it on any day of the week, right? Yeah. But today, especially,
not a fan of Sinners.
One thing about me, I'm not judging.
I can touch a little bit.
You do.
Here they have a chosen movie, but it's not here in the Bahamas yet. Oh,
that's a VPN. VPN can sort that out.
Simple VPN. Simple one.
Easy fix, babe. That's an easy fix.
You get an iPad or a phone, that's free.
I'm glad that I've got that to look forward to. Now, let me tell you, and you know what?
I think Chosen the show, apparently.
We're talking about Chosen right now.
I ain't watched it either.
Did anybody ever watch This Is Us? No. I talked about This Is Us a lot as well. I believe whoever did the soundtrack for This Is Us does the soundtrack for Chosen. The similar vibes. Like the emotional triggering of that music is very distinct. I think they've got. I'm sure if I go deep researching, it's a lot of the same songs they have on the soundtrack for This Is Us. This Is Us was mad emotive.
You on
Adisha, yes.
Kindred spirituality.
That soundtrack for This Is Us and Chosen.
But you also believe that Peter's not bullying him. He's just a little rough.
No, he bullies him because Matthew will be minding his own business. Peter will ask him a question and start a fight. We could have just sat here and I could have been quiet. Because obviously you guys are talking about your struggles as Jews, growing up under Roman, oppression. I work for the Romans, so I'm not joining the conversation. Because obviously I'm not oppressed. I'm rich.
Yeah.
Peter's like, what about you?
Exactly. I would ask you that because you're part of the problem.
Yeah, Peter wrong.
So tell me about this. No, you can't be quiet now. Speak up. I
can be quiet because I didn't come. Jesus.
With Peter.
Jesus picked me. I'm not with Peter.
But still talk.
I'm with Matthew.
Speak up. Talk to your friends. Julianne says, look, y'all start early. Julianne is 2:15.
She said already, not.
Oh, y'all start already. I know she start early. Sorry, my bad. I read wrong. Y'all start already. But still.
She said locks, y'all start already.
But locks. But still, it's 2:50.
This Is Us had me in tears. If you don't cry watching This Is Us.
What's that again? Remember me?
Remember you. So This Is Us is just about a family. It's basically it just follows a family.
Okay, I know what you're saying.
Over 5 or 6 seasons. The premise is that it goes back and forth between the present, the far past, the closer past, the closer past. So at 4 different stages of this family's life. It's a man and a woman who have triplets, but one dies. And on the same day that she has the triplets, a baby is dropped at the hospital. So she takes on that third baby, feeling like it's a sign to make up for her dead triplet. The baby is black. Her children are white. Her and her husband are white. Loving family. Wonderful, wonderful. When the teenagers are 17, the dad dies in a fire. And so the mom is raising the triplets. He dies in a house fire. The house catches fire.
Sounds like a lot.
He goes in to save the daughter's dog. And he doesn't die in the fire. They go to hospital. He's coughing. He's like, oh, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Next thing they turn around and he's died. Yeah. And so the whole thing just follows their lives.
It sounds very emotional.
Oh,
yeah,
if you don't cry watching This Is Us, that you need to see someone.
Yeah, I watch that.
Delton, I wouldn't play with it. I wouldn't fool with it if I was you.
They shouldn't get past episode 1. Haven't even had a chance to binge watch yet.
This is Chosen or This Is Us?
It's Chosen. Jaden Woodside says, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Say Jaden. You just read, I'm with Peter, because let us hear your side. Definitely.
There's no side. No. I'm autistic.
No, but I'm
rich.
You was with the Romans, bro.
I was, and then Jesus called me to be with him, just like he called you.
He called you.
You don't have to like it, but here we are.
Here I am, people legs off.
And Jesus didn't call me to have to explain myself to none of you, so I'm not going to.
Nah. How you feel about it? You still agree with them? You still agree with them what they're doing this? How you feel about the guy? You count money?
The bottom line is, if I didn't take your tax, somebody else was going to do it.
Yeah, but not it's you.
Well, it's not me anymore. I'm following you guys.
I ain't sure about that. Jody says, I may need a good cry. Sorry, you cry, do Jody.
Yeah. No, if you're looking for a good cry in this life,
this is us.
This is us.
This is it.
This is us.
Is it. Aurora says it's emotional roller coaster. Good afternoon, Aurora. Welcome to the show. Barry says Kate was her favorite character. That's This Is Us.
Kate, the mom.
Ma'am, I didn't watch it. Look at me, very much lost.
No, Kate was the daughter. Yeah, no, she was awful.
Yeah, so I said I have to go watch This Is Us. I stopped at season 2.
What's the mom's name again?
Once again, looking at me, man. Last thing I watched was
every episode and I can't remember. What's her name?
What was the last thing I watched?
It's played by Mandy Moore. What's her name? Jessica. That's the mother's name.
I can't tell you.
Jessica. Kevin, Randall, Kate. Those are their kids. Jessica and what's her husband's name? Played by Milo Ventimiglia.
Oh, you actually know the real characters.
No, but like once you start watching This Is Us, it's like you
get
enter
involved.
the story. You are part of it.
So that's all she knows, Mandy Moore. That's all she knows. So I didn't watch it. Last thing I watched was something to do with Al Pacino.
Jack was his name. The Pearson family. Anyone looking for a good, well-written, really good drama, This Is Us. How did we get on this? Because I started talking about, because we talking about Easter.
Talking about The Chosen, yeah.
Talking about The Chosen, then soundtrack.
It was some day. It was one day thing that was on Netflix I watched a couple of days ago. And that was the last thing I watched.
It's like what is it, a movie?
It's a mini series.
Oh.
That's really good.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it's Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro? Everyone know what Robert De Niro is.
Type your Netflix recommendations for the chat, because
some for me,
some of the saints have been fasting for 21 days, so they've only been watching preaching.
0 Day. I watched 0 Day about 3 or so 4 weeks ago.
They've only been watching preaching. They've not been indulging in entertainment. So now when Jesus comes back up from the grave, the saints want to enjoy some. I did start it. I'm on it.
Some shooting things.
I am watching The Residence. Jodie did ask me, did I watch The Residence? I started it. It's okay. It's a nice watch for when you're eating your lunch.
What is this? Like
your dinner?
Residence
is like a detective.
Oh.
I think the main what's her name? The protagonist, this inspector woman. I don't think she's doing an excellent.
Oh, that's something. I'm just a gal from Orange Is New Black.
I don't think her acting is amazing. I don't think the role is very good for her, but I don't mind watching it.
Y'all give some recommendations of good things to watch. Last full series I watched was Blacklist. Tell you how long I watched things.
Wow.
That's the last full things I watched. Blacklist. I haven't watched anything of any length since that. And that being off now probably about 5-6 years.
I was going to say The Office, but I continuously watch that.
Rewatch that. I still haven't gotten past the last year.
House. I went back to watch House from beginning to end.
I see someone's watching The Different World the other day. It's like they come out a different world.
I don't really enjoy those shows.
Actually, yeah, you're from that culture. You watch the Cosby's? You watch the Cosby's?
Yeah,
Cosby
we
show?
did.
But
not like religiously.
But and it didn't carry over to Different World.
No.
Nice.
The Cosby Show, Africans like a bit of the Cosby Show. Mum and Them, that was good TV. They didn't mind you watching that.
Still is now.
They didn't like you watching Trouble though.
I still watch it again now. Like when it comes on, I still watch the Cosby Show. Vera made me watch Adolescence that I just finished. She cried. Food for thought because he killed that girl for real. You know that last week. For those who didn't watch, watching Adolescence. Jodie, I said I like the record to reflect, but I wasn't sure that you would like that. Jodie, I just want you to know. I recommend it for you.
You did.
But I wasn't sure you'd watch it.
She didn't recommend it. Somebody else did, and she did her face like, really? You think Vera would like that? She did do that. I remember the whole thing. I don't hate it. It's not.
Chicago mad.
After what Grace did to me, I can't quite do
another
hospital drama.
Yeah, I left Grace a long time ago. And he looked back.
Because why do you work in hospital with all these people who are sick, but your own life too is just dramatic? It's too much. It's too much.
I haven't watched. People still. When I hear people talking Grey's Anatomy now, I be like, "What? This is still happening?" And it's like, "Yeah, it is." It's like, "Okay, yeah, I left Grey's Anatomy years ago," and they look back. So that's why you want to see in Paradise. Don't know that is either.
But I heard it's decent.
Can't even tell you.
This is what we're talking about on Holy Saturday.
Holy Saturday, what to watch? Samantha said she started watching The Rookie since the break. It's not bad. I started season 3 this morning. For
me, because TV watching is so rare, I need it to be shamazing. Like I need it to be captivating.
From the start.
Like a book. Right now, I want a book for next week. I want a book that's going to swallow me up and I'm going to finish it in a week.
Your book is going to be modules.
But I need that to be...
Your book is modules.
I don't need that kind of talk.
That's going to be your book.
I need a book recommendation that's just going to be like, I can't put this down. The last few books I read, I could have put them down, but I'm the kind of person that I've got to finish what I start. And if you told me that so-and-so is dead, I need to know at the end who killed her. However, the book I read was this thick. And from page 9, I knew who killed the woman. And they did everything to convince me I was wrong, to try and do twist at the end. I was like, but I knew it.
And you got to at the end page, you actually said who it was? That was the end?
Yeah.
So you have to auto pay this rate to know what the end was going to be?
They were trying to convince me that, it wasn't him. But you know what it is? When you understand the English language, that's how I got it. Because as she was dying, she told the detective, did she tell him? Tell her son that she forgives him. Before she died, her and her son had a huge fight. So she told the detective, just like with her dying breath, tell him I forgive him. So the detective is on his mission because the boy disappears as well. Like he runs away from home. Everyone assumes he's run away because of the fight. The detective is on a mission to find who killed the boy's mum and deliver the message that his mum died saying that she forgive him. And I'm like, no, she was telling you to forgive him for killing her. She was saying, I forgive you for killing me. But the detective, he did not hear it. Me, I heard it.
You got the emotional side.
I heard it. With that final breath, I heard it. 490-something pages left later. Lo and behold, it was him. He killed her.
Yes, I hear Paradise. So Paradise is excellent. So I think I'll go Paradise. Deborah Campbell. Hey, Deborah Campbell. I don't know Deborah Campbell. You know Deborah Campbell?
No.
I'm not familiar. Welcome to DGMT,
Welcome
Deborah
to
Campbell.
DGMT, Deborah Campbell.
What about Suits?
Oh, you're among good people. Suits is 10 out of 10 watching.
Yeah, Suits.
But I feel like you had to have watched Suits pre-Meghan Markle princess. You had to watch it when she was a nobody. There was no drama. There was no stories floating about why it ended. Back in them times, they're trying to do a Suits reboot.
I see that.
Sometimes you just need to leave it alone.
Yeah,
I'm not even going to touch it.
I see it. You want to do it?
Mm-mm.
I think I might.
I'm satisfied with how Suits ended. I don't need anything to mess with. Piece of pie for your butt. I used to turn on the subtitles because I needed to know what he was saying.
Oh, in the song?
And every silly thing you think he is saying is exactly what he's saying.
Makes sense.
Oh, this has been a pleasant deviation from our scheduled programming.
Yeah, so all right, so I have shows. I'll look for Paradise. So I'll see what Paradise is about. My normal problem is that I don't really have like the time.
Paradise is highly acclaimed. A lot of people talk about how good it is.
I never really have much time allotted for TV.
That's it. I told you I only watch TV during my breaks, and that's because I make myself watch TV.
And so for me, like I said, last thing I indulged in was Blacklist. I think for me, the problem is having children too, like young children. Juliana watches all the shows usually, and she's at home by herself cooking.
Speaking of young children and watching TV, Pretty Woman who was singing the harmony to her child's TV.
That is hilarious. That was nice. Oh, that's me talking about you in the modules.
Have you ever been
How would you say you seen anybody swallow you up? That's what you said. That brought Julianne back to being swallowed up.
The
last good book,
10 out of 10.
The last full book I read was
the Bible.
No, the Da Vinci Code. I read the Da Vinci Code.
I didn't read that because somebody told me like it's not Christian.
It's a good book though.
Yeah, I left that alone.
It's a good book.
Da Vinci Code was in the same group as Harry Potter and whatnot. We don't read things like that.
I don't know any of that though. Ain't like that. Ain't no spells in there.
Rashad says he started Bridgerton but had to stop after episode 8. Should I tell you what my honest opinion of Bridgerton is? If you are a believer and you watch it, don't go around telling people.
Keep it to yourself.
Don't go around telling people. That's number 1. Number 2, set your heart. Are you watching it because it's tickling your fancy in a way that is maybe not very godly? And if that's the case, then leave it alone. Leave it alone. Skip over those things. This is Nigerian posh.
Oh yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah, that's my view of Bridgerton. The saints that were coming on Facebook to like, oh my gosh, new season of Bridgerton. I was like, some things it's for private. It's not for public.
Not for public consumption.
You know what I mean? Like everyone doesn't need to know this what you do. I'm not saying that. You know, like, well, if you have to hide it, you shouldn't do it. We're too mature for that. Sometimes you are not doing anything wrong, but it could be wrongly construed. So for that fact, keep that to yourself.
Yeah. I had one pastor talk about my show one time, and he's like, "Yeah, man, watch this." I watch this.
I know exactly what you're referring to. I also watched the show. Delton, I know what show it is. Vikings.
No, it wasn't Vikings. No,
What it was?
It was something else.
It was the other one. The other one.
Yeah, it's like one of them.
It's one of them. I only watched 15 minutes of that before I said,
you gotta get out of here. You got to get up out of here.
And the thing is, like, I
like the Vikings now. Vikings it for me. I watch all the Vikings. I watched The Return. I watched everybody.
You see, I think that's because let's not even go down this rabbit hole. All I'm saying is that
Christian aspect too, so
some things,
Christians, I like it.
I still stand. Some things you just don't. It's not for the world to know that you be into that. You understand? And Rashad said he stopped after episode 8. You got far. If you got to episode 8, you got far, bro.
And how many seasons is it?
Far.
It's like
season 4 coming up.
Wow, it's a lot of them. Black Mirror.
Conspiracies, Alien Resident, Turn Your Brain Off and Laugh, Sweet Tooth, What Ifs, Love is Blind, the international shows. Agreed. I don't like Love is Blind US, too trapsy. The Brazilians and them, I like a bit of that. Immigration.
Some Black Mirror, sit right in my yard. Just the name of the show, I like it.
I've seen Black Mirror. I watched a couple of Black Mirror episodes. Too much going on.
Oh.
It's too much. It's too much. Like, can I trust anybody? Yeah. But actually said it's conspiracy. Alien Resident.
Truly, I'd said Netflix recommended for Prince of Egypt.
Always
a good watch.
A good watch.
At any point in time, just put it on.
And then after the Prince of Egypt, go and watch Chosen.
Jody says I ate up the Da Vinci Code in 7 hours. No, it's a good book. I like it's a great good book.
Oh.
So as I haven't actually turned on my TV in years, laptop/phone binge watching has kept me occupied. Definitely.
You don't cast to a bigger screen.
Yeah, that's what I do TV for. I don't mean.
When I say TV, I don't mean like the channel.
However, I still do watch channels though.
I don't have that.
And I try to give my children channels.
Get them to understand the concept of TV and
commercials.
Advertisements.
Like this little binge watching, you're just watching the same thing. Oh, stop it! Watch this commercial about McDonald's or something. Do something. And so I'm very happy to hear the other day. My son knew the song 8 7 times that 1 There you go. You should know these songs, commercials.
Very true.
You should know the number for Stanley Steamer. If you don't know the number for Stanley Steamer,
oh my God, there's going to be a generation that does
jingles. Not know Stanley Steamer.
They don't know brand captions, jingles.
Don't know
that's devastating.
No. You can get some TV. I need you to understand.
Imagine
1-800. Steamer.
To Rashad said it didn't tickle the fancy. It became too much. Adisha's a kiki. Deborah's laughing also. Listen to me. I feel like some things ain't for the streets. I feel that way about Beauty and the Black and All the Queen's Men, as in shows that people watch but maybe shouldn't be telling people that they watch. Netflix, okay, we said that already.
I know.
Risha says she can't do it. All the Queen's Men. That already sounds like a mess. That already sounds like a mess. Love me a good African series. I stopped Bridgerton after the first few minutes. That ain't for me. It isn't for everybody. It really isn't. Black Mirror this season was pretty good. It's a bit too dark for me. I can't watch reality TV. I don't find them interesting. The thing about me and reality TV, I have to be watching it with a friend in that moment. Like if I come by your house and y'all are watching it, I'll sit and watch it with you for hours. I'll never go to my own house and turn it on. Mm-mm. So there's a setting that works for me. Jeopardy is always...
every time. 10 out of 10. Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune.
Can't go wrong.
Game Show Network is really why I have TV still.
Have I told you about my new fave game show?
What is it?
The Floor. The Floor? Oh, The Floor's so good.
I have to look it up. But the Game Show Network.
It's on YouTube. You can watch the whole of
Game Show
Network. You can watch like a full season of The Floor on YouTube. Any Floor fans? The first time I watched it, I was up too late and I wasn't home and I was watching TV. And it came on. I was like, why is this game show on so late at night?
It's a music game show. You can get locked in.
That was like 11 o'clock, 11:30. It was after the Super Bowl. That's the first time I watched it. Oh. So I figured, okay, because of the Super Bowl, you came on later than usual. But then I never could find when it actually comes on. The Floor is good.
Oh, all the Queens men are something from BT. From when I see BT, block.
What is it?
Block. From the minute I see BT,
I with you.
BT plus. Block.
I with you.
I can't do anything BT. I was like, what are these dumb shows? What are these things?
She started, since she started to watch The Gilded Age this weekend. I did see the advertisement for that, or the whatever.
Some British
the preview. No. It's like it's a period drama, but it's American actresses and it's black. Like okay. Felicia Rashad's in it.
Oh.
I'm a bit betwixt in between. I don't know. I feel like they started doing ethnic period drama. Now everybody wants to do ethnic period drama. But I feel like if you're going to do periods in other settings. Yeah. Stop putting people
trying to bring it into
another
culture.
Setting that isn't natural. That isn't historically accurate. But anyway, they don't want. They won't know the.
They don't even know Flex Seal.
Who's that?
That's a little commercial where they be putting together boats with these little tape, this little seal thing.
And the water doesn't come out? I know what you mean.
That's Billy Mays. You gotta know that. They don't even know who that is, Terrell. They don't even know the guy called Lizard.
I like
And I have good news. They save 50% of my car insurance.
Affleck.
They don't know that Affleck. They don't even know none of these things. All they know is constant
do you know what would
TV.
happen to them on the floor? They'd get eaten alive. Because the floor, the concept is there is 100 people and everybody has chosen their special subject. What they feel, and the premise is that you need to pick a special subject that is going to intimidate other people, but you know enough about it so that if somebody challenges you, you're going to win. But it's strategic because some people pick a special subject that they actually know nothing about, but it's sufficiently intimidating to keep them under the radar.
So people don't question it.
So if the floor picks people at random, if it lands on you, you can challenge anyone whose square is connected to your square. Their categories. You decide of these categories, this is the one I feel like I can challenge and win. If you challenge me and win, you inherit my space on the floor. So you go from having 1 to 2, and then it grows and it grows and it grows. If you challenge me and I lose and I beat you, I inherit your category. Because once a category has been used in the head-to-head, it's gone.
I have to defend 2 categories now.
So just 1. Okay. It's just the category you had in the first place.
Got you.
Very brilliant.
I like it.
And then at the end of every episode, whoever's got the most space on the floor wins $20,000. But the ultimate prize is, I think, $250,000.
I'm a game show kind of guy.
It's brilliant.
I am a game show kind of guy.
Because you're looking at some of these categories like, your special subject is vending machines. Really? This is what you thought? This is the best you could do? In my head, I would do the Bible. I do books of the Bible, characters in the Bible.
Rashad said, I saw a commercial for All the Queens, man, and said, nope, absolutely not. And then he put his part here, and I automatically went to block again. All the Queens, man, is
half of the stuff on BET is now a Tyler Perry
owns most of it now, so it's like, so anything there, it's definitely a no. BET's a setup. We got everybody else there.
Julianne said, don't let the black people hear that.
I mean, I make it abundantly clear that I am not a fan of black theater.
Of low budget.
Black movies, anything like that.
Of low budget TV shows. That's
I mean, even movies, like for me, like stuff like the typical black things, I've never watched them.
Like the classic?
Yeah. Like even if you go to
like Boys in the Hood.
Boys, definitely.
Friday.
I watched Friday. But the Boys in the Hood.
That's not very safe though.
What, Friday?
Most of like the classic black movies.
But if you go like what about the name of the couples? What the couples?
Best Man.
Best Man. I think I watched Best Man. I watched Best Man Holiday because
Did you enjoy it?
Sorry.
You need to watch Best Man. Best Man's good.
The Wood and all the rest of them things. I watched Love and Basketball like maybe 3-4 years ago. It's like I don't do this.
This was playing when I went to get my hair done.
Gilmore Girls.
Easy watch.
Thank you, Julianne. She had me watch that.
Oh no, I lied. It wasn't Gilmore Girls. It was Ginny and Georgia. That's a messy show, buddy. Messy.
Julianne said she loved me some Pride and Prejudice while doing periods.
How do you get down this
Pride and
rabbit hole?
Prejudice.
Okay, let's wrap this up. We're gonna put a bracket around this bracket now.
Black Mirror is one of those shows I have to watch in parts because of how deep in conspiracies that it gets, and it kind of desensitizes you to what's happening and what's possible.
I felt like Scandal was a bit like that too.
Speaking of conspiracies, y'all had a Bahamian in space. Y'all had a Bahamian in space with Katy Perry and Gayle King and just random celebrities. See, they don't even know Calvin got a. They don't even know Calvin got a job.
I don't even know Calvin got a job. Calvin
got a job. Is that Dave Chappelle? I think that's Dave Chappelle, if I remember correctly. Somebody said I pay for cable to watch one channel, Ion.
Good.
All the crime shows.
SV.
Right now it's Saturday.
Criminal Minds.
Once you see Saturday, come on Ion from 11 a.m. until 12 a.m.
I was a fan from before Ion was called Ion. What was it called?
USA. There's USA for us. Then it was something else. And then became Ion.
What was it called before Ion? Ion. Was it USA?
It was about USA.
Good times.
From 11 to now, what you're going to find on? Law and Order.
Marathon.
SVU.
You can't watch the marathon. It's not healthy.
Not late at night. Definitely not late at night.
It's not healthy.
You can put yourself in the
I just took a flashback to one day where it was literally me, a bag of Cheetos and like a bottle of soda and SVU. And by the time I got to like 10:30, I was like, this isn't healthy. I need to go to bed and turn off the TV.
Because what the thing how to get you, because it starts automatically. So that like that first show end. Doom, 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 doom. Like, let's see what we got here.
I love it.
Like, let's see what we got here, Olivia. What we gonna do?
Ion. From now on, I'll be saying category. Oh wow. I just can't live.
The fact that you said though, I'm trying to read what you said.
Category. What's the correct way of saying category? Category, yeah. Category.
Reason I love The Best Man and The Wood. Yeah, I didn't watch any of those things. The Wood is my favorite black movie. Yeah, did not watch that.
The Wood's like feel good, nice feel good. Ginny and Georgia. Julianne, the season that I was watching at the salon, it was getting dark. The girl was cutting up herself and all kind of thing going in. And her mother was a murderer. It was too much going on.
You don't know, yeah.
Yes.
We don't do those kind of things. Get to walk up. Anything else you said?
Couple more before we actually move to our main topic. Say it ain't so, Delton. As a millennial, loving basketball is prime watching and got good service in space. So, Aurora, you also believe that it wasn't real? Oh, my goodness.
Who said it wasn't real?
Well, you.
Yeah, definitely.
From you call it a conspiracy, they already cast shadow on the truth of it.
I say that's what people are saying, this conspiracy.
By the way, Delton doesn't think it was real, guys.
I know.
Julianne says, yes, Sam. Jodianne says Bones. I didn't ever get into Bones, but if it was on, I'd watch it. Yeah. Give me the Forensic Files type shows all day, any day. As scary as I am, Julianne says, Calvin Got a Job is originally from a McDonald's commercial where the whole neighborhood was proud of Calvin for working at McDonald's.
But I think Dave Chappelle did a spin-off of that.
Thank you for breaking that down for all of us. But they had a stronghold on me. Thank you very much for entertaining this deviation. So Delton has ventured into speaking about our news and reviews because we stopped somewhere on our way to news and reviews just now.
Yeah, he's on our way here.
Yeah.
So thank you all for the recommendations. I'm going to look at some things to watch.
Yeah, for faux show.
Some shows to watch. I think I'm going to start with the one named definitely not Black Mirror. What it was?
Paradise,
yeah. So I'm going to look for Paradise. I will see what that's about.
And then, you said Zero. You recommended 0 Days.
Yeah, 0 Days. That's good. It's a good quick watch. I think like 4 or 5 episodes. But yeah, so in the news and reviews, what made news this week is a proud woman from Bahamians, one of our very owned by I think was her father or mother a Bahamian? I'm not even sure.
I mean, she's a beau.
Yeah, so yeah, definitely, you're right. Asia Bow, who's classified as a Bahamian American aerospace engineer. She's a rocket scientist. Don't have to be a rocket scientist. Well, she is one. She was a part of a select crew that made their way to space. I can't remember the exact day. Was it Monday? I can't remember which day it was.
I've opened the news.
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, so they were a part of a expedition. I think it was the New Shepard, if I remember correctly, or something like that was the name of the spaceship, the rocket. And they were able to go to space for, I don't know how long it was, how long the jump was. I think it was like maybe 11, 12 minutes or something like that. I didn't dive too much into the details of the actual event. In fact, I did not know the event was even happening.
Prior to it happening?
Yeah, prior to it happening. I didn't hear a thing about this. But it happened. And then immediately it sparked some controversy. Started here. I heard about it first from Marlon Johnson. Marlon Johnson is he was the financial secretary during the administration. I knew him from the barbershop. He's a longtime barbershop member. One of the things that he's most known for in certain circuits is that he's atheist. And so he posted and he was like, you're also talking about the firmament. And I was like, the firmament? What are we talking about? And that's where I found out that there were people famous online that was like, space don't exist. You can't fly to space because of the firmament. I was like, the what? So if anybody has any information about this firmament, feel free to share. I never looked into it. Actually, I'd never even heard that argument before of a person saying you can't go to space because of the firmament. That was new to me.
You keep saying it and it's making me more and more confused.
Let me see what they talk about. Because that's the reason I feel like when I hear firmament, I always might think scripture. So I have to think like it's something in the Bible.
So where do we get images of Earth from? They're all made up.
That's what person's like.
So for like decades, they've just been making up images of Earth.
Of how it looks on the outside.
From how it looks from space.
Yeah, they say,
and then
if you look online, like you'll see different images from different
space
times.
Space is how far away from Earth is space?
That's the next thing.
Like how far does the sky stop?
That's the next thing. Because I mean, to me, planes fly in space, in a level of space. Like they have like this. I don't get the scripture done with this first heaven, but to me, planes have a level of space that they fly into. 30,000 feet. To me, sounds a bit high. That can be considered space, but apparently there's space and there's outer space, I guess. Anybody have any information on this? Feel free. If you are one that studies the aeronautics or aerospace, let us know. But apparently the crew of persons in the Bahamas that I did not know existed was definitely, you can't fly out of space. This is wrong. My disbelief had nothing to do with them cannot fly out of space. My disbelief was that the rocket ship that they looked at, that they walk out of, like this didn't look this being in space. It was just my issue. That was just my issue. I had no issue with believing that this could happen, that you could fly it out of space. When I look at the rocket that they showed the video of them floating around in, and the thing that they walked out of, this don't match up. that was my issue. So I ain't trying to be no theorist of conspiracies. But I just said, this don't line up. This selection of people that went on this thing is just like, this seems very publicity stuntish.
I'm reserving my commentary because I literally know nothing.
Yeah, so
I've watched no videos. I've seen no pictures. I've read no news articles. I've not looked at any comments. I genuinely know nothing. I just know they put 5 women in a rocket that looked unseemly. I wasn't a fan of the shape of the thing.
And they came down in the tip.
Yep. And they came down. They put these random, and then there was a bit like, but these women are just literally random. They're known celebrity. Yeah, that's the one thing they have in common. And they sent them off. It was 11 minutes. It wasn't very long. And Katy Perry was being weird. That's all I've gathered. So I'm reserving my commentary. I do feel like I can't understand why it would be fake. I just don't get why it would be fake.
I guess, it goes down to I guess they say it was 6 of them. It was 6.
Okay, see, I told you I don't know anything.
Yeah, Katie.
I just don't get who benefits from it being, who benefits from
who benefited from the moon landing. And I said the moon landing, like.
But the moon landing was more like a milestone in scientific progress. You understand what I mean?
Do you believe in the moon landing?
Oh, I don't involve myself in these things. One thing I can say I believe is that heaven and earth will pass away, but the word of God, that will remain
forever.
Can we walk on the moon? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't believe.
So my thing is, I just don't understand I don't understand what's to be gained by a fake. Because the people who invest in it, the people with the money who may be like, people who believe in this being helpful for scientific progress and advancement, technology, all of that kind of stuff, right? The people with the big bands who might be interested in this because it has some impact on what they do, aren't gonna let them get away with a fake thing. It's the people who this has absolutely zero impact on who are jumping up and saying it's fake based on the last time you went to space. Yeah. So my thing is, I just feel like the minds who are involved in this, who stand to gain from it, who have invested something in it, who have some risk attached to its success and its failure, are not saying it's fake. It's also people who are just sitting here on the internet looking at videos and pictures and social media saying it's fake. My thing is, I don't know how much I would trust Joe Public and his commentary on this one, but at the same time, I don't really care too much.
You don't even know who is Joe Public, like what Joe Public actually.
I don't really care too much. I wonder what Joe Public qualifications are.
I said and something else, like the fact, like when you talk about truth, you can find truth for anything. You want to say that because it was a lot of flat earthers, those who believe that the earth is flat, that came up against it too. I've never really studied that whole flat. I did like a quick research one time to hear exactly what their thought process was of why they think the earth is flat. But afterwards, like, okay, this is too much. Just like, this is too much. And I don't plan to go that high to ever find out if this is true or not, unless I'm getting caught up in the rapture. That's when I would know exactly.
So the comments are coming in. The foolishness has begun. You're going to hear me roar from space, Terrell says. Jodie Ann says she believes that the purpose of the mission is to promote astrotourism.
At some point, yeah.
And then my question is, so you're going to carry people on a tour to a place that doesn't exist? So the rocket's going to carry them to fake space?
You can get them up in the air for 11 minutes, then bring them down. So like a hot air balloon.
But not a hot air balloon, because it's taking you somewhere the hot air balloon cannot go.
Yeah.
At a speed faster than where the hot air balloon can go. So you're going to have to be able to tell me. Anyway, again, it doesn't make sense. But people like Aurora who watch Black Mirror, probably her mind's going 1,000 right now. Brittany Basin says, good afternoon. She says, I always heard about the firmament in scripture. It really wasn't until I saw the contraption they claimed they landed on the moon in that I realized from that alone, they never went. Max Shanice says, Delton, she's forwarded you a video in Messenger where someone tried to explain it. You're gonna do live reactions. Max Shanice, is this decent? Can we play it online?
Does that the cursings?
Does it have cursings? Because a couple of videos I came into the studio, Delton was listening to, all kind of obscenities were flying around.
Well, kind of this and that and that and this. It's just safe to play on airwaves.
Please confirm or deny. Day and night is enough to prove that the Earth is a sphere.
And they say it doesn't. So that's one of the few things that when I did do like a little talk, that's one thing they do talk about.
These people are fighting about round and flat. Are you safe? Have you given your life to Jesus Christ? Should you die now? Do you know where your soul will go?
Julianne said it gave my dream of Genie.
I think the problem with the firmament people is that they need the firmament. Is that they need to understand that there are several levels of the atmosphere that either we fly through or satellites sit in, etc. Rashad, I believe these people understand that.
Yeah.
They have to, because that's basic. I know that, and I know nothing.
Yeah.
Maxine says she doesn't remember any cursing in it. What a disclaimer. What a way to wash your hands of any responsibility.
I don't remember some cursing. Listen to this. If it does, well, I guess some cursing.
Let's see.
Let me see. I can play it. Y'all got here, but I play it now so you can hear.
You said y'all can't hear it. You mean we can't see it?
No, like they got here on
you playing it to just double check it.
Yeah.
To quality assure. Yeah.
So I can't listen to you then.
You know what it is? It's good cussing?
No, you say I'm not sure I'd be in the space.
Oh,
but you didn't bring this
always
up.
a good disclaimer. For me, right, I think knowledge is dynamic, right? And we are finite beings.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a believer, you believe that our finite existence was created by an infinite God.
Right.
And so that there are layers, there are realms, there are, there is knowledge that in our finite existence, we will never fully grasp.
Right.
And I think maybe for me, because I'm lazy, that's my way of like, I don't really need to understand all of this. Like, I don't need to get it all. And I think it is that desire in mankind to be in control of itself, to make itself its God. That always has to explain.
Who said that? But the first time it was Rodney Bunker. Rodney Bunker say all these little explorations and stuff like that. It's really this mankind trying to tap into their godness.
Yes.
To try and explain and explore things.
Yeah.
So to be in God, we can't see this. So to be God, yeah, we're gonna do it.
We need to be able to explain. We need to be able to see. We need to be able to dominate. Not only do we want to know, so we can control.
Yeah,
we can manipulate. That
and then we can
use.
try to say, well, how does happen? Like,
Yeah.
God didn't create it. Let me tell you how this happened. We've been up there. We saw it. Let me tell you how this goes.
Yeah, man.
It's like there ain't no God.
So I'm always a bit against that kind of stuff. And I know the flip side of that is, the Christians who just choose to live in ignorance. We don't want to know. We don't want to learn anything. We what's it called? We resist all kind of science and the knowledge and ology. Yeah. I'm not like that, but at the same time, it's like my brain has to do a lot of work on a day-to-day for the things that God has put in my sphere of influence.
Yeah,
it's enough. I don't need to know. If they went, congratulations. If they did not, okay, that's fine.
So it's not time.
But it's not our time is not wasted.
No, I mean, like, instead of time, I'm like putting on the news and doing all these things, because Uncle Brave did a whole release for it, congratulating her, and this marks a new day.
It's not time wasting if you don't watch it, Delton.
I mean,
because I believe they went, and I still ain't watched it.
I didn't know what it was. I saw Uncle Brave talking. I was like, what happened to Uncle Brave? Uncle Brave, what we do? Uncle Brave was congratulating her, and I was like, oh, we went to space.
Adisha says, real, I don't even care about space. Why do I need to know about this if I can't go? Well, apparently you can't go.
Apparently they try to make sure they want to make it available.
Now, question, if Afro tour is Afro.
100%. That's what
I met John Canoe II this weekend.
You met another John Canoe?
A man who has been ordained or crowned or named John Canoe II because of the work that he has done, making connections between the Bahamas and their Pan-African roots.
Where'd you meet him?
At the Clifton Heritage Centre.
That sounds right. Somewhere he should be. Definitely somewhere. So anyway, yeah, we're just saying before.
I don't remember now.
Bruce says, what if it's a publicity stunt to cover up something else major that happened? Definitely, that happens. I've seen that multiple times. And that has been like proven. That's not conspiracy, where they push these things in media.
Now, Marisha,
to distract.
Listen to me. First of all, that's very possible. Yeah. I think we see that every day.
Yeah.
On various levels.
Smoke screens, yeah.
What could you need to cover up that requires you to design and fake space travel? What could it be? Or you just thought, for fun, we will cover up. This time I feel like space.
A big enough story.
I feel like this is just so disproportionate.
A big enough story for celebrities to sway a sect of society.
What's the sway? What's the movement though?
My thing was, my conspiracy theory was, it was like, there's the same thing with astro-tourism. Like, they try to promote this. That's what I thought it was. I don't think this was even.
But my thing is, you're promoting something that isn't real.
But I actually gonna get you. We're gonna try you out. Because keep in mind now, they were trying to push that whole submarine down there to go watch the Titanic.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
It's like, come on, guys, y'all can fit inside this.
Jody Ann say aliens landed same time. There you go. No cursing, just a little lesson on atmosphere, LOL, and that they were in a level of space.
Yeah, like I say, like planes fly in a level of space. Like, I mean, so they definitely could go. What was the footage? I think that someone asked that. What was the footage that they saw? And I'm like, what made it more funny to me was that she did an interview, Aisha Boat, and she was like, she carried the flag with her, and she also had packets of conch chowder dehydrated in her pocket.
Why?
And that's where I was like, okay, now, man, what are you talking about? because her uncle works at Great Cliff and he's a chef. And they found a way to dehydrate conch chowder because she said she's going to carry conch at first. But she's like, no, she wanted to carry something more significant. And she carried packets of dehydrated conch. That was where I was like, you're not up in this case. That was my
office look.
Is that camera?
The camera like.
Is that Jim look? Is that Jim into the camera? So I was like, why would you add this?
I mean, Katy Perry took a daisy because it was symbolic of it. For a 15-minute trip.
I can't get awake.
I wouldn't know why Juliana started writing capitals.
Yeah, she was.
For a 15-minute ride?
Yeah.
Bahamian things gone to space. Get off this TV, please.
I just said a conch chowder, but to go into somewhere.
Terrell says, Rita Repulsa has escaped and they are not prepared. We need teens with attitude.
Teenagers with attitude.
I don't understand.
I don't know.
Is this a TV show? Like,
yeah. So when I saw that she's carrying that dehydrated. My thing is, they want to push SpaceX, want to push the whole landing in the Bahamas. So why not carry a Bahamian?
Okay.
That was my conspiracy. I was like, makes sense to carry a Bahamian. Like, we try and get this little Bahamian space program going.
I remember what I was going to say.
All right.
Because you're being too deep. If astrotourism becomes a commodity that is accessible to people like us, working folk,
yes.
Would you go?
Me?
Yeah,
personally?
not you.
Oh.
I'm asking everybody. Like, let's say 50 years from now, going on a spaceship to outer space is like going on a cruise ship or going on a plane. Maybe 50 years before now or 100 years before now, where it's like, what is this method of travel and this way of seeing the world? I can never go to Asia. It's so far away. Right. And the ship would take me so long. And now we live in a world where you can go from one place to the next in less than 24 hours. Right. You can go on a boat that's like a house. Even after the Titanic, people are still doing this thing.
Hotel on
what
seas.
What if it becomes in our lifetime that accessible? Is anybody interested to go? To say, I would like to see the earth from that perspective.
I don't see my insurance to cover it.
That's what I mean. Imagine it becomes like going on a plane or a boat now where your insurance does cover it. Or you can get that kind of travel insurance. Would you go? Is anyone intrigued about space is really the question. Is anyone intrigued enough to be like, take on that adventure?
Nah, Google Earth is enough for me.
Google Earth is enough for you?
I can do Street View enough. The Street View?
Street View is...
Got it. Top 10.
Because then if there's no...
Jodianne, why not? Let's go.
Why not? Let's go. I thought Jodianne would say that. If there's like no space and the satellites are really just giving us fake images, how does Google Earth work? How are you able to walk on people's streets and stuff? If there's no
Street View is
satellite,
it's literally people taking pictures of streets.
No, because the Google Earth people walked around and took a video.
No, Street View. That's what Street View is. Street View is literally them. They did it here.
Right.
Oh, we saw it.
I see what you're saying.
We saw the guy put up a church in the churchyard the other day.
No, I didn't.
No, they all did this now.
I didn't see it.
It was church on Sunday. I was just on a Sunday about 4 weeks ago.
Oh, I missed it. I would have.
The Google Earth car. He came driving in the CH3S yard with all the cameras around it. Spinning around and came out the churchyard.
You don't need satellites
it's like
for that.
Grab, look at Google Earth. So now I think CH3S or us. I think a few of us are going to be on Google Earth Street View in a few.
Nice. Are you going to play this lesson on the atmosphere, stratosphere?
I don't think it's necessary.
You don't think it's necessary? Okay. Aurora says her insurance has to cover it. Jody's like, let's go. Rashad say, go where the Lord didn't reveal that to you, woman of God. Too many things can go wrong in that short space of time. I want us to think like people who understand that we exist in a small space of time. 100 years ago, getting in a plane to go from A to B was insanity. And now we all do it like it's nobody's business. So I'm asking you to
make sense at all.
Think like, that didn't make sense to nobody. You're going to make a bird with wings to carry humans. Come on. So, Rashad, I don't think this is about, something wrong could go. I think all science was that at some point. All innovation, all development, all inventions were, hold on, you're going to put food in a box and heat it up in a matter of seconds and then we're going to eat it.
It'll be hot.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Can we, do we have that much foresight?
I just don't
it was
know.
A Power Rangers reference. Well done, Terrell. I'm intrigued only about reading it. Okay. Jodianne say, twinkle, twinkle. I'm good, love.
star.
God knows all things, and
How
he put
I
me
wonder.
here. He put you in the Bahamas, but you're still going to get on a boat and go XYZ plane to go here, there, everywhere.
Up and down.
Julianne,
Up and down.
I'm not sure. They got to have some test dummies first. Like a lot.
That's what you're doing now.
Max Shanae says, yeah, man, she's intrigued. She might be 70 by then and change her mind. I feel like 70 is when you care even less now.
Yeah.
Care less about how many years you got to live and stay.
Let's go.
I don't do this.
Beam me
Let's
up,
do
Scotty.
it. Once you hang around old people, you realize that's the set that really don't get.
Beat me up, Scotty. Let's go.
Julianne says she's only exploring the earth. Terrell said, aren't they still charging you more if your car is red? You think they're going to insure space travel?
They say red paint is the most expensive paint ever. That's why. That's usually why. They say red paint is the most
But
expensive
red cars are
paint.
so common.
And it's the most expensive paint. Any boy man tell you that red paint is the most expensive paint.
I don't
to
like
this
red
day.
cars anyway. Brittany says they want our agreement to eventually get into space, just like Nimrod. Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Brittany coming to
That's
fitness.
why
Brittany
I don't
come-
support it,
Brittany come
because
to
I
death.
can't support what God would have condemned. So, Brittany, you're categorically saying that space travel is condemned by God.
So everybody my Tower Babel
In our context now.
comedy thing now.
If God didn't want them building Babel, then why would he approve of going to space? This thing is real deep and it has to do with... Brittany, you sound like you read plenty.
Yes.
You're making a lot of sense though, sis. You're making a lot of sense. Strange fire.
Strange fire. Definitely that whole Tower of Babel.
But
thing.
then what extent does human exploration become an affront to God? At what point is trying to create and innovate and progress? At what point do we cross into that? Like where? When we're dealing with the sky?
I think that's
with the firmament?
That's what God decides.
But then the people who did the planes were just below. He was okay
They were
with that.
safe for that. That's
Because
traveling.
we
That's
could see
traveling.
them, eh?
We can see them. That's laying on
They're
the farm.
within our sights. But the Tower of Babel, they were trying to go beyond that.
Beyond their sights. And they were doing it, wasn't it? They was giant. They was up there.
You need to play that video next. Just keep it. I love that we got there naturally. Just wait. At what point, Brittany, I like what you're saying is I like it. I like that. We're looking at the scripture. We're looking at the nature of God and what he wants for mankind. But at what point, like, where is the line?
Yeah. I think the line is when you see these things don't work.
And how, and I'm gonna go as far as to say how high and how deep.
Yeah, I think when you see these things don't work, and I think that's what you can see, like, you know what, this probably not supposed to work. All these little rockets that just can't seem to get up as far.
You think when he stops it is when you're like, y'all have gone too far.
And they keep on driving.
So we'll never get to the realms he doesn't want us to. So we're straight. We don't even need to worry about it.
I don't
He'll
think-
sort it out. That's not our job.
Yeah, we gotta control that.
Okay.
No, but all right.
Just make sure you're not in the rocket that he has to destroy, or the submarine that he has to
Crush. You know it's gonna crash, but you're down there with an Xbox controller, trying to drive down the bottom of the sea.
Wow, Brittany, that's really opened up something to me just now. I love it.
Yeah. Right.
I won't go in no submarine. I won't go out of space.
Yeah, that's what.
Have we forgotten those guys who blew up underwater already? Julianne says, I'm hearing
They
it.
try and do it again.
Leave me on Earth.
They try and do it again. I think they're trying to find ways to explore the Titanic now too, to go down there again. There's another thing the other day, but how they believe the Titanic was more than just what they call it.
You know what this reminds me of? Paul's admonition for the saints to be content. I think it's discontentment. It's like unrest. We gotta know, we gotta find. It's like, oh, relax, bro. Just watch some Netflix.
Yeah.
Chill. Some Netflix.
Just chill.
Jesus is coming soon anyway. Like,
There's no time for this.
just live for him. You know.
Why are you
No,
fixing
ma'am.
yourself for this?
Rashad say, Easter ain't going. Aurora says, I don't care how long plane's been flying. I'm still timid when I rolling through the airport. Fair enough. Julianne says, I'll ride on top of the waves and fly where the plane could take me. Beam me up, Scotty, Julianne says. Exactly. LOL. Brittany, strange fire. No, because I still have to build myself up in my most holy faith before going on a plane. Now that's X-Files.
I heard somebody just a coworker of mine who said that she's afraid she don't go on planes. Now, a coworker just recently joined us. She's legit shakes like a leaf and has been on a plane, I think, twice in her life. When
That's where the sex I bind up that.
Oh yeah, spirit of fear. Get that out of here.
No!
Give me my ticket. Let me get.
See, I can't be afraid of planes because I also believe God wants me to be here.
Right.
You understand what I mean? But I wasn't born here. So I also believe God wanted my mother and father to move to the UK and have me there. So that just doesn't match up.
Yeah.
The math doesn't match on that one. I can't subscribe to that.
Yeah, that's not a fair
Rashad
fight.
said, I think it's trying to know every and anything. That's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
Agreed. Knowledge.
Trying to be like that.
Trying to obtain knowledge outside of God, the creator of knowledge. I'm so sick of you, Delton. The earth, as we know it, it is sealed. We should not attempt to cross those boundaries.
Who's that?
Brittany, only Jesus is worthy to open the seal.
Brittany, Brittany, I like these kind of conversations. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like when conversations make sense, but they're conspiracies to others.
Only Jesus is worthy to open the seal.
There's a seal.
The earth as we know it is sealed.
The firmament. I'm gonna play it again. I'm gonna play it. I ain't gonna lie, Brittany. You bring in the things that people say we shouldn't talk about. This is what Marlon was talking about.
And the saints are scared of this kind of stuff.
Yeah, we
don't like it.
Because we can't explain it, we can't understand it, and it's like, but these things are like beyond us. And like, I would never have this conversation with anybody. Like,
and here we are on radio.
Outside of here, I mean, like, I would never have a debate with anybody with this.
Right.
Like, you know what it is to can't walk and you leave church healed. Tell me about that. Like, that's what I would talk. I would argue with that, but I'm not going to argue these things with anybody. Anybody who tried to have an argument and call me dumb because I
only Jesus is worthy
to open the seal. Yeah, so I there's anybody in that field can get me to argue with them and have conversations. I like persons who like argue the scriptures, like these certain religious groups have now been formed that they just want to argue based on scriptures and prove that the Bible is flawed. I agree, like the Bible's written by men, anything written by men.
And if you watch Chosen, you see what kind of men they was too.
There's going to be some things about it. So I'm not going to sit there and argue with you. That's not going to happen.
Rashad say, you didn't read that one just now. Rashad say, the submarine incident showed us that God don't want us down there.
Yeah.
Marisha said, I'm good because you all ain't serious about your life. Must you think she was a cat?
I got no more to spare. I don't have 9.
You don't have 9 lives. Stop doing dumbness.
I might not land on my feet.
I read that you say stop doing dumbness. I read stop being a dumb, and then I read it again and it wasn't what I thought.
That's what you saw?
Yeah, plenty seas were crossed to bring me into existence. Brittany, you are on it.
Brittany all over this thing.
I agree with Brittany. That's why they mentioned the firmament waters above the earth and below. There's no getting out or in.
No, I tell you that, and this is where like the modern daughters like they disagree and stuff like that. I saw a video posting something about the waters above us and stuff like that. They like when they do these legit looks through microscopes of how the actual Earth, not Earth, but the actual like different planets actually look, and the planets look nothing like what they've said in these geography books and stuff like that.
Thank God I've been paying attention to geography.
And then they talk about how NASA's always like these things that they're shot underwater. And if you look at any NASA video of space like that, and these persons are astronauts, you would normally see like bubbles coming underneath. Because these things are usually shot underwater to try and recreate that floating. And let's be like, oh, this is just too much. Blah.
Brittany is bringing, hold on. Samantha, I'm going to fix something real quick. Not the show. Let's not
this is the fastest thing right here.
Let's not get it confused.
Yeah.
Brittany's being very deep. Bring her on the show.
Yeah.
Just DGMT.
So when you hear that, very deep.
Not that good morning tea. We're not deep. That's literally that's literally our caption. That's literally our brand. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna recommend her as a guest for some of the other shows where people like Marisha and them
but
use their brain for their show. Let's go.
Because my brain on top already.
Because I'm like, I came for the key.
It's like the seal.
Marisha said she read about the firmament.
The seal.
We're talking about half-life.
Now we were trying to get Netflix recommendations, and now we're all
in a water bubble. We're all floating in a water bubble.
She just opened the seal. Let's take the seal.
And I wanted to just say, he got up. What are we talking about? Now we're not that silly. Come on now, give us some kind of credit.
Oh gosh.
I read about the firmament and its description in scripture. It's pretty interesting. Waters above and below is biblical in Genesis. I'd like to throw this in there. I've always found it very interesting that Genesis, I heard this theory by a pastor one time, and I don't know how true it is, but I thought it was an interesting perspective, that the 5 books of Moses were written when Genesis is what God chose to let Moses know about how the world was created, right? And he put it in terms that finite minds could understand.
Correct.
It could all just be a big old parable. You understand what I mean? Like,
could be, yeah.
It could be a parable to represent a truth that we cannot.
You got to fathom. I tell you what
because Moses isn't telling us about the creation of the world from being there, writing it down like Matthew.
Yeah,
taking a track of all the.
He was taking notes.
It was just that's what God chose to show him about how the earth came into existence. And then one preacher one time said that when Moses asked to see God and God was like, I'm going to pass by you, that in that moment of revelation is like where he gets to see
everything that happened,
what he's able to write about the times where he didn't live. Like where he reports on things that he didn't live for.
Yeah.
Because Noah and the ark and like Moses, who wrote these records for you now?
That you could just recall them right there.
And then if the whole earth was flooded, what do we know about before Moses? How do we know, not before Moses, before Noah? How do we know, let's say from Noah onwards, everybody was writing everything down because one day somebody would want to know about this.
Little scribes.
Little scribes. Yeah, so anyway, I believe we cannot understand. We could study and study and study and study and attempt to, and then we'll get to heaven and God will laugh at us and be like, oh, bless your heart.
It's like, what you believe?
I just gave you what I think you could. I represented find infinite truth in ways your finite minds could try to comprehend. Bless your hearts.
This is starting a word for dummies. The books, it's like how to get a word for dummies. This is
how to get real. DGMT is a safe place. Knowing I could have kiki all day, not serious talk.
Not too much of the brain work.
Not
on a Saturday. Like not too much of the brain work.
No, but that said, to all those people who are giving us these insights, thank you. Honestly, Brittany, please. Don't feel like we're running you. Don't feel like we're running you. We come with the deepness. Come with the deepness every time you swing by.
Yeah.
That said, Delton, play the video so we could. You know when the preacher needs everybody to clap so they can come out of the deepness.
So
throw up the video so we can come out of this. Throw up the video so we can come out of this.
That's right. What do we play it?
The Tower of Babel one.
There we go, guys. Just to put a little cap on the moment.
This tower's coming together faster than I thought.
Sure is.
This tower's coming together faster than I thought.
Sure is.
Shout out to all the content creators with their ideas, because where did you guys even come up with that?
Like, how did you come with that idea? That is so funny.
With that. That's hilarious.
But it makes sense though.
And imagine that happening, but me and you up in the sky. I'm pretty sure they had to, me and you can't communicate about how we're going to get down. Yeah. All us dead. Forget it.
Like everybody gone. What you mean? Like what you say?
Rashad say it's the turning car signal sound. Some people's language sounds
just like that. I mean, that's even Ghanaian, eh? Some of y'all
we don't click.
No, but some of y'all songs are like some of y'all X's. Are y'all X's like?
We don't have X's in our language. That's South Africans. We don't have any X's in our language.
There's no X's at all?
No. There's no clicking. There's no X's.
I thought Chewy was like had some like clicking consonants.
There's no clicking consonants in West Africa. I'm telling you that.
So they're South Africans who have to
Southern African countries.
What their languages? They have to like the
Swahili. I can't even say it. XHOSA.
Yeah, right. I thought that was true. I don't know.
No, what the?
No, I thought your language have some like level of those consonants have like a hard sounds. No, I should be talking.
Not hard sounds that are made with the clicking.
Yeah, not a clicking, but I mean.
No.
Okay.
Just I don't even know what our hard consonant sounds are. Our language is very melodic. We'd have very few hard sounds actually.
Hey, you learn something new today.
Every day. Every day.
But yeah, so anyway, that was our news and reviews.
Wow.
News and reviews is shout outs to our Bahamian American
So all the big people trying to do big things. Go on then.
Astronaut.
And Asia Bo, wherever she went or didn't go, she looked really good doing it.
I had a good time.
She looked really good.
Hair was done. Ready to go.
They made sure them bodies look nice in that little flared astronaut jumpsuits.
Mm-hmm. Definitely personally that there's like if you flip it upside down, it looks like the Baphomet, something like that. This thing, the Baphomet. Like the one thing that their logo like flipped, just like to go there. That's like, well, y'all, this is too okay. This is where I log off. Like this is.
Meanwhile, I don't even have time to watch Netflix shows.
I'm not trying. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find a show to watch on Netflix.
I feel like that's a gift thing, though.
But people do that.
The ability to see that.
No, I like people that do that. Like who would like find a Beyonce performance
and do the analysis.
I feel
like that's a divine gift that some people are either using for God or it's just been activated in other ways. But that's a gift to be able to see the layers in something like that.
Yeah, it's like let me. Y'all heard this, but if you play it backwards, why are you playing it backwards? Like, at what point in your life? What made you say? You know what? I think I hear something here. Let me play it backwards. Like, what did you do? Like, how did you get here to play it backwards? It's like this a lot. But anyway, yeah, my girl was cute. Makeup was beat. Jody answers everything is a conspiracy. Everything is a conspiracy. But hey, all I know is early Sunday morning. Early Sunday morning, he got up. And what he had? All power.
All power.
What did he have? All power.
And he came to save his bride.
That's what.
And then his bride went on to do crazy things. I said, Delton, today's show, we just need a quick segment called Crazy Things You're Going to See in Church.
Yeah, he just said that.
Based on the videos that we've been exchanging, we just need 10 minutes just to play crazy things you're going to see in church.
Where did I send that one to you? Where did I send that?
The cartwheel one?
Yeah.
And stuff.
Oh, that's a cut. I find where I said that.
Most of the ones, there's like 4. Right, there's literally like 4 in there right now that could go straight into our segment. Because Jesus was in church on Palm Sunday, riding a bicycle, wearing a wig.
And that was your
while
people.
the people were singing Hosanna, Hosanna. And those were my people. And
that was all
I couldn't deny them because I knew the worship song they were singing in our native tongue. And I was broken.
I was like, oh, this definitely.
I was broken.
Because when I saw it, I really looked for it. And I was like, where's this church? I was like, this is fearful.
You went to look for it? Why are you like this?
Because I was like, where is this? I wanted to say before I said it. It's like, okay, yeah, no, this definitely, because it's this. This is definitely a
Lord Jesus, he has to keep washing us dirty.
I was like, what is happening? Anyway, let me get this one so we can watch this one. This one here. Where is it? Let's get it right here.
You want me to wax you the right one?
Oh, you mean your church? Your family church?
Respect me, please. Watch it.
This one here. Oh, where it is. I'm trying to find the one with the church because what is the segment called? What do we call this?
Crazy things you're going to see in church.
Crazy things you're going to see in church.
No, crazy things the bride will do. The crazy things the bride of Christ will do. That's what we should call it. On this weekend, as we commemorate the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ, crazy things the bride of Christ.
That will be happening in the bride house. I don't know what this is.
I don't know. As she waits for her groom to come.
This right here.
She's getting a little restless. The bride getting a little restless. She don't know how to carry herself. She don't know what to do.
Doing a heap of nonsense. That's really what it is. All right, y'all watch this. For those who are on radio, we can come back and describe it for you in a couple seconds.
Have you all ever felt it so deep down in your sanctified soul that you just don't know how to express it?
And you got to give Jesus a cartwheel.
And you have to give Jesus a cartwheel praise.
There's no other way you could. Like, what else in there?
Has anyone gotten to that point where just like, I don't know how. I just feel what to do.
I know the feeling of feeling running.
I empathize with him.
I know giving a run, giving a cartwheel.
Because No, because you guys decided that when I feel it, I should run. No, I feel like cartwheeling. And no one's going to tell me otherwise.
And I could do it. Can you do a cartwheel? That's why you don't want to do a cartwheel.
Because you don't do it. You
That's because you
when
don't.
you feel him in your hands, you say you feel him in your hands and you feel him in your feet.
So,
I'm using my hands and my feet.
If anybody should do this,
that makes perfect sense to me.
It should be Rashad. If anybody does this in the service, Rashad.
Hold on, Rashad. This does not necessarily say. Because you will become a meme so fast, so quickly. If you want to be famous in the Bahamas, not that you're not already very renowned.
You're known in the school.
But if you want to take your fame to new heights, cartwheel in church tomorrow.
A backflip, though. I want a backflip.
Because if there's any day, Rashad, if there's any day to do it, it's tomorrow.
When he got up, it's definitely the time for
if
you to
there's any day for you to backflip in church,
Rashad,
tomorrow is the day.
Do it on live, Rashad. We'll
Looking like Simone Biles. Form not quite the same, but his form is decent.
His form is good. It's good form.
And you say my boy doing cartwheels? Hallelujah!
If y'all don't feel it,
LOL.
that was y'all don't feel it. Don't be like
that's my new health goal. A
cartwheel for Jesus. Just because y'all don't
not
feel
just to do it. I want to be able to do it for the Lord. I'm with you, Marisha.
Yeah, no.
100%.
You gotta let's do it for that. I know,
the bride is getting restless, waiting for her groom.
Yeah, it's
and now she cartwheeling in the house of the Lord. Bishop would slap me. Backflip on the resurrection. Jesus got up, and so should I.
And this one, I found this one. This is our
more evidence of the bride getting restless.
The bride getting restless, waiting for the master's return.
For the groom's return.
It's like, where is he? Why is he here? Since he isn't here, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna hop on my bike. The fact that Jesus can't ride the bike, first of all, because people were like holding him on the bike. So the fact that you have Jesus ride on a bike in Palm Sunday, and Jesus really can't ride the bike. It's like because they holding the bike, and
anyone could have worn that wig. Everybody came to church in white.
Who know how to ride a bike? Let's be like, can you ride a bike? Please?
Everybody came to church in white. Anybody could have ridden on that. On.
One more time for those who might have missed it. For my sins. I can't ride a bike.
Adisha said the bike. Jodianne said the donkey would have been too messy, man. On a bike with his sister dry wig.
We do call it iron donkey in the Bahamas.
Don't even wear it no more.
We do call it iron donkey in the Bahamas.
Everyone's so creative.
Everybody's so creative.
It's the long wig. Davey said Jesus ain't had no oil sheen or nothing.
It's like you cannot depict my Savior
man of God,
not being able to ride a bicycle. Like at least having been able to ride the bicycle.
So for those of you that are just joining us, we are currently on we went to the real deep places. We were talking about the firmament and the sea, and it was a good time. And Jesus and the earth being sealed and Jesus not opening the seal, and Delton and I couldn't handle it. So we transitioned into foolishness. Just so you know, we transitioned into foolishness and tomfoolery. I just sent you another one. And in this place, this segment is called The Bride is Getting Restless. She's waiting for her groom and she doesn't know how to act. Crazy things the church people do.
So for the first one, there was a pastor that was preaching his heart out, going hard in the paint in a good hoop. And the word touched his brother so good. Like it's went so deep, touched his core of his soul, his sanctified soul, that he did 2 cartwheels. It probably was more. The footage stopped short. So it definitely could have been more than 2 cartwheels.
But you know what? I just had a check in my spirit. The bride isn't getting restless. She's been restless for a while. We just now have cameras to record all the things she's doing.
Truthfully, that's really what it is.
That's really what it is.
What it is now we finally
someone cartwheeled in church 70 years ago.
Think so?
Yeah.
I can't see it happening. As much as I would like to agree with you, ma'am, I don't see it happening.
Someone, I don't know, did a flip when the spirit came on them and it just couldn't. I get it though. I get it. Because that's where that shout or that quickening comes from. Like when what you feel on the inside is like not containable in your physical being anymore. So you shout or you run or you dance or you whatever. This guy was like, I'm a gymnast. I'm going to cartwheel.
That's what I could do. I definitely could cartwheel.
I don't like when you walk in here like that. That's not nice.
That's all I'm like that.
He's so mad.
Yeah, you definitely walking about. It is my happy face. Guys,
the bishop is in the room. Don't tell the bishop good afternoon.
This is my happy face.
This is my happy face. He's not mad. He came for serious business. That's what it is.
Yeah. 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 Definitely.
To say hello, Bishop. Good afternoon to you. He says hello. Hey. Delton, next one. Let's go.
All right, this is what the last one.
No, it's 2 more.
Yeah, 2 more. What next one is?
You can't. We just
First of all, they can't lie.
just talked about that. We just talked about that for like an hour.
Oh, no, that's me.
You don't care about me. I message and you don't respond.
Oh, yeah, you didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nobody's open that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wait, the door open.
Yeah, then they open the door and then someone's like, oh, yeah, he closed the door back. And then they closed the door back. No, she got looking for it. No, that was hilarious. I didn't open that. I said the fact that had a thing, look, that did not go to space. That thing that y'all came out of, that right there, that did not go to space. That like the jungle costume from Valley Boys. that like a nice little costume for Valley Boys. And that was don't do that. That is not best. Yeah, no, I had to drop that though. You see, like when you step on like how small the door thing was. Like, you saw how big I told you. They're floating around. Rubbish. All right, so this one here, this is just a funny one to watch. You talking about things that the church is getting restless waiting on the bridegroom.
It's a funny segment. It ain't. It ain't. Because we've gone to Firmament and space, and we need to come out there.
Yes, we got to get out.
So we're talking about the bride getting restless, crazy things you're going to see in church.
Jump on it. Jump on it.
Okay.
Like he yacked him and he
On
yacked
to the next one.
It's like, let me grab somebody else. It's like, why are we doing this in church? Why are we doing this in the Lord's house? But anyway,
maybe he needed his like shoulder arm relocated. You know, say pull my arm. Deliverance. And last but by no means least.
Oh, you tell me that one, dude? This is the last one?
Yep. This is my favorite one.
Oh, this mother in jail?
Yep.
Oh, I don't know if I can do this one because you sent us me via Thingam.
I sent it on Facebook on Insta.
No, that's a Thingam though. That's a thread. I think in person way knows like who's really. No, I think we should do. I think we should use thread too. Like
I don't really know when I'm on Threads. You know, like I just don't know the difference between Threads and Insta. Because Thread stuff will come up on my Insta, I'll click it, and suddenly I'm on Threads.
I really know because I don't have. They'd be like, you don't have Threads. No, no, get off it.
This is so good though.
Okay, then. Because I didn't know. I didn't even know I was not on Threads until I know I'm not on Threads.
Y'all just started editing videos and doing reels. Might have been about this from a long time. You can't just share your screen, eh?
I've been right now. But this, I remember this. I remember when this first came out. This was like.
Rashad say, why he yuck him like that? So big fight.
No, yeah, yuck him out.
Bro looks scared. If he got up and he was healed, would there be a fight?
Yeah.
I supposed to be making deliveries, you know. Now I'm parked in people's parking lot watching videos. One more for you, Samantha, before you go.
Last one, Samantha. That's the last one right here. Watch better.
We shall be changed in a moment and a twinkling of the eye. Get ready. Get ready. The Lord is coming soon, and it'll be faster than this. You heard me now. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Oh, thank you, Lord.
The fact that she kept on talking. The fact that she kept on talking, for those who see, it was a mother Zion sitting down. She says she's going to be coming back.
It's going to be faster
and she just disappeared.
than this.
She just literally disappeared out the chair.
I can't do it as quickly as she did it. Why?
Exactly.
Because I don't have those skills.
And Mom was just...
Might have disappeared from her
She was still talking.
her chair.
Talking from the realms.
Like that.
She was still talking from the realms. So these are the things that's happening, guys. This... Is it really because we have cameras now, or is it really because...
We've been at this a long time.
It's because we have
How
cameras.
old is that video? How old is that video?
I remember from
That's old.
Yeah, that's
so we've been at this a long time.
It's been a long time.
We've been at this.
Well, for Mom that was cutting the edge back then.
time.
For Mom that was cutting the edge.
No, she was.
That right there. That's top tier.
She was stirring the pot right there.
Yeah, that should be. They planned
They
for
had
a
a
long
name and they made a convention.
Poof. Poof. Just say that.
The line. Yes.
Go on. You know how long it took them to do that probably back then? Because this video, this ain't no computer back then. This videotape, they already cut that tape, put that together, fade that out, bring that in, let's go. Load it up.
I just got to chill. I don't know from the AC.
Quickening, buddy.
I'm not sure.
It's a quickening.
If I could cartwheel.
You do a cartwheel? Do a cartwheel for Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's me. We gotta go.
We gotta go.
Yeah, a long day ahead of us.
Very, very.
We have some unfortunate news, though, some sad news.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately.
Next week.
Unfortunately, we have some unfortunate news.
Next week, we won't be here.
We won't be here.
I mean, I'll be here.
They don't need to know all of that. There'll be no show.
Then the following week, we won't be here. So consider this a mid-season
Hold
break.
on. You stop.
I know.
Then the following week,
well, we
won't be here. Wait, I'll be here.
Will you though?
I will be.
Okay. All right. So yeah. So the next.
So this is our mid-season break.
This is our mid-season break.
Mid-season break.
We have some ministry things to do for the next. And
ministry to the self.
Next week.
Ministry to the spirit, soul, and body. Amen.
Next Saturday. He's gonna be
one of those Saturdays.
She'll be on the way back here.
I'm gonna be away.
The next Saturday.
The fact that I'm still here is really just the Lord's doing.
We're gonna be back here again. We're gonna be coming back from. We have to do a sing straight. So what is this? Ministration.
Sing straight.
Administration. Now we're gonna be joining the saints in the Bryland Fest.
Now, there was discussions from Delton that we should do an.
I did tell her that we could do it on location.
I said okay.
All right,
on
then.
location.
All right, so next week we're gonna be here.
Don't make any promises.
All right. God said we could do it live.
We could. There's a lot of things that we could do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things we could do. Let's see how it goes.
So there might be a show the week after. So cross your fingers, dot your eyes, cross your T's.
Okay. Hide your kids, hide your wife. Like we were just saying things.
Yeah, so we might do a show because we're going down to be with the saints in Harbor Island. Bishop Denzel and friends, we're gonna be down there lifting up the name of Jesus on Bryland Fest. I've never been to Harbor Island. I'm very excited for this. This is my first time over there.
Oh, nice. Why?
Yeah, so I'm very happy.
Very excited.
Terrell said this is unacceptable. We need a Zoom show.
Sorry.
I'm here for Terrell. I'm going to bring
a Zoom show. Zoom is so 2020.
You say Skype? You can do a Skype. You can do a Skype call.
So 2021.
I'm going to pack my tripod and I'm going to pack my mics and I'm going to trust God. Did you say you from there? Oh, did you from Bryland? Bryland, sweetie.
What just happened?
That's a whole song about Bryland being sweet. See how Bryland's where I belong. Yeah, so we're gonna be there the first weekend in May. So stay tuned. I'm gonna try my best to make it happen.
Delton, if you make it happen, I'll be there.
I know you will be there. Will you be there?
Whatever you do, I'm gonna be there.
All right, so I'm bringing my tripod. We're gonna be live from the Pink Sands of Bryland. You can do it? Let's do it. All right, so we only have 1 week off then. So hopefully we'll see you guys on that first week of May. But until then, may y'all be safe. Go to church tomorrow.
That goes without saying.
If any other Sunday,
no, we don't need to tell you to go to church tomorrow. What we need to tell you to is go to church early tomorrow.
Go to church early with expectation, with your cartwheel shoes on. We're going to be watching Golden Gates live.
You don't wear cartwheel shoes on Easter Sunday, though. Use church prom.
To get away hard bottoms. All right, so we're going to be watching the Golden Gate stream after church because we going to believe God for a gymnastic work down there at the gates. We're going to be watching Steve Rashad do his cartwheel. We're going to be watching down there at the embassy. We're going to see if Minister Davian feels a flip in his spirit. We're going to
Minister Davian is good for it.
He definitely is. And they have that good space. They have the good space to do it now. Now, that pulpit is a bit high. I wonder if I want to go down I'll go cross.
Yeah, please do it from the ground.
Just do go across.
Now, if you know your form is on point and you can keep in that straight line, then you got enough space on stage.
Yeah. You go straight across, Davian. So Dave, I
but
believe
if you know, if you haven't done a cartwheel in a while, maybe let's start down.
Yeah,
on the ground.
And let's do one where this little band with the spin.
Where the congregation is. Speaking of Minister Davian, he has a new album out, a new single. Sorry, not an album, a new single.
I didn't forget the name already.
Grateful is the name of the single.
Like, one word, Delton.
So
one word.
I'm really quiet in my ears. I can't hear myself.
Can't hear yourself? No. I can turn it up. That's no problem.
Thanks. Amen. So support Bahamian music. We've already.
Yeah,
Bahamian gospel. We already spoke about it. Don't stream it. Buy it. Buy it on Apple and Amazon. And can't buy it on Spotify. That's not a thing.
You just pay your Spotify thing. But wherever it's available to be purchased, purchase it.
Purchase?
I want a person. If you ain't gonna purchase it, at least give him some money. You see Minister Davian out, give him a couple $.
I still owe Kenya $1.
Actually, yeah, you can see. And his video came out yesterday.
Yes, it debuted.
For break.
It debuted.
You should come back and do the video. We didn't think of that. We can call him back and do the video. But yeah, so y'all definitely support Bahamian music. There are some amazing artists doing some amazing work out there for the kingdom.
Honestly.
From this country.
Honestly.
Doing great things. I think Iman has something coming out soon. You'll probably see Minister Vera in it. Just saying. If you see in the clips, she's in there singing God of My Day. I think that comes out on the 25th, I think that is. Minister Davian is out. Pastor Joe released something about 2 weeks ago, Burn Holy Ghost, that she debuted here on Glory. And that's just some big stuff happening. So support Bahamian music, support Bahamian artists, love Jesus, love others.
With our song of the week, then we might as well.
We got to go to our song of the week. You say you got your song ready, eh? I didn't say she was.
It's not the right atmosphere for it anymore.
So I play like.
There's two. I'm just going to share. So I was looking for my song of the week and I was going to go for an Easter banger. So I was trying to decide what my Easter banger would be. And this is my go-to Easter song every year. How Deep the Father's Love for Us. That would have been my song of the week. Your facial expression is giving you don't know it.
I think
what? How deep the Father's love for us. How vast beyond all measure. That he would give his only son.
It's ringing a bell, but
and make a wretch his treasure.
The bell is faint. Like I can hear the bell ringing, but it's not close at all.
Yeah, that's an Easter fave of mine.
Who sings that?
Huh?
Who sings that?
All the white people of all the time.
Anytime.
That's like asking who sings. I don't know. How great is our God? We know somebody started it off, but we all sing it now.
Yeah. Right.
So that would have been my pick. But I don't want to end on a solemn note. I feel like we need to end on a celebratory note because we know that in just a matter of hours, somebody is going to go to the grave.
And what they gonna find?
He ain't going to be there.
Nothing.
So I know exactly what we should play.
What we play?
Destroy this temple.
It takes so long to get there, though.
I know.
It takes too long to get there. That is too slow.
That's how the songs are.
And then after that, outside.
Hey.
All right. So we going with.
No, Delton, you play your song of the spirit.
What are we gonna go with?
Song of the spirit. I just read Rashad's comment, which said a flip in the spirit, which is how I got myself confused.
Did you say she might just see y'all in Bryland?
Oh, if we see you in Bryland, we'll feature you on the show.
You'll be part of the show. Definitely. We have a live studio audience. I'm here for it.
Yes, we could have a real live studio audience. I love it.
I think Minister Davian's going to. I know he's going though. Because he's on the flyer. I hear a lot of people on the flyer. That flyer, that's going to be booked out.
Vera, don't say it.
And when I saw that time, I was like, from 4 to 12 a.m.
8 hours.
I said, right now, dancing with my friends at 11:30.
Of shaking up.
Like, put us at the we going to be 11:30 p.m. Just waiting for the States. Anyway, my song of the week is from, I will say his first name, you're going to say the last name. Gabriel.
Eziashi.
That's what Zali was going to say. Zali was going to say it. This is this African praise melody. I was started the little I song. What's that song? What's the name of that song? This Kind God?
No. African praise medley.
Oh, so the whole thing is just, so that song doesn't have like a
I don't think he has that song by itself.
Okay, I like it though. This came across, I mean, well, a few years before at our church. But for some reason, this came across my YouTube playlist. I mean, my YouTube, like, just autoplay the other day. And I was like, this is it. This is a banger. And I like it. So this will leave you with the song of the week. This is African Praise Melody by Gabriel
Eziashi.
Exactly. Look it up on YouTube. We can have a good time, a good praise time with the saints. We all be safe. Make sure to go to church tomorrow. If you don't have a home church and you want to have an exciting and an awesome experience in the house of God with like-minded believers, come join us down there at Life Worship Center. We get started at 9:30 a.m. in the CH's auditorium, right there off Minnie and Ethel Street, right there by the corner between Superwash and the little Chinese grocery store. So we'll see you guys
Very
tomorrow if you
detailed
come in.
breakdown of our location.
Yeah, just so you know where it is. In case somebody wants to visit tomorrow. But we leave you with the song of the week. Shall we do our intro for the song of the week?
No.
No intro?
Just do the song as the song.
Just song of the week and get out of here?
Yeah,
gotta get up out of here. We got a long day today too. You got to practice? You got to practice? And you're going to find things to go. Anyway. All right, guys. Oh, yeah, you do. Lord, no. All right, guys. Y'all have a great weekend. I've been Delton.
I've been Phoebe.
Y'all have been an amazing audience. Thanks so much for joining us here on DGMT. We see you guys week after next. Be the will of the Lord. Deuces, everybody.
You gotta believe this. God is able to do just what He said He will. I can hear you. He is going to fulfill every. Somebody ought to rejoice. 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 Say God. He will do what He said concerning you. He's able. 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 Say God.